I request our parents please अपना फ़ोन साइलेंट पे कर लीजिए so that हम प्रोग्राम स्टार्ट कर सकें. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is with immense pleasure that I stand before you today to extend a warm welcome to this auspicious occasion, the official welcome ceremony for the new UG Y25 batch. To the dignitaries and distinguished guests, we are deeply honored by your presence here today. Your unwavering support and guidance have been instrumental in shaping our institute into a center of excellence. And to the parents and guardians of the new Y25 batch, welcome. Today marks the beginning of an exciting chapter in you and the lives of your children. We cannot wait to witness their growth and achievements throughout this journey. I am Aditya, a third-year undergraduate in the Department of Civil Engineering, and with me is Harshada, a third-year undergraduate in the Department of Electrical Engineering. We are the core team members at the Institute Counseling Service. The Institute Counseling Service has been a salient pillar of strength and support for students for the past 60 years. ICS is dedicated towards the welfare of the student community. It provides emotional, academic, as well as financial support and spreads mental health awareness in the campus.
नमस्कार देवियों सज्जनों, सभी सम्मानित अतिथिगण और यहाँ उपस्थित सभी का बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। आपके बच्चों ने आईआईटी कानपुर में प्रवेश प्राप्त कर लिया है। यह आपके समर्थन, कठिन परिश्रम और मार्गदर्शन का ही परिणाम है कि आज यह संभव हो सका है। इस अद्वितीय सफलता पर आपको हार्दिक बधाई। हमारे साथ मौजूद आईआईटी कानपुर के निर्देशक प्रोफेसर मनिंद्र अग्रवाल, अकादमिक मामलों के डीन प्रोफेसर अशोक, छात्र मामलों के डीन प्रोफेसर प्रतीक सेन, स्टूडेंट प्लेसमेंट ऑफिस के प्रमुख प्रोफेसर अश्विनी के ठाकुर, इंस्टीट्यूट काउंसलिंग सर्विस के प्रमुख प्रोफेसर शांतनु मिश्रा, मनोचिकित्सक डॉक्टर आलोक वाजपेयी एवं सभी काउंसलर्स को आज की दोपहर की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। मैं हर्षदा राजहंस और मेरे साथ आदित्य सिंह इंस्टीट्यूट काउंसलिंग सर्विस के कोर टीम के सदस्य हैं। इंस्टीट्यूट काउंसलिंग सर्विस पिछले 60 वर्षों से छात्रों के लिए सहयोग और समर्थन के प्रमुख स्तंभ है। इंस्टीट्यूट काउंसलिंग सर्विस छात्र समाज के कल्याण के लिए समर्पित है तथा भावनात्मक, शैक्षणिक और वित्तीय सहायता भी प्रदान करता है। हम प्रयास करते हैं कि कैंपस समुदाय को संवेदनशील मुद्दों पर जागरूक करें।
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense pleasure to introduce to you a director who is an alumnus of IIT Kanpur, a distinguished researcher, a compassionate mentor, and a pillar of support for our institute, Professor Manindra Agarwal. Professor Agarwal completed his BTech and PhD in Computer Science and Engineering from IIT Kanpur. He is well known for his path-breaking work in designing the first deterministic polynomial time test for primality of numbers and defining the bounds on the arithmetic complexity of polynomials, which is one of the central open problems in complexity theory. For his pioneering research, he won the 2006 Fulkerson Prize and the 2006 Godel Prize. Additionally, he is the recipient of some of the most prestigious awards and recognitions, such as the Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Award, the Meghnad Saha Award, the J.C. Bose Fellowship, the first Infosys Prize for Mathematics, the Birla Prize, the World Academy of Sciences Prize, the Humboldt Prize, and the Firodia Award. He is a fellow of the Indian National Academy of Sciences. He is a fellow of the Indian Academy of Sciences, Bangalore, the National Academy of Sciences, Allahabad, and the Indian National Academy of Engineering. In 2013, he was honored with the Padma Shri, one of the highest civilian awards in India.
आदरणीय अभिभावकों, मुझे अत्यंत प्रसन्नता हो रही है कि मैं आपको हमारे निर्देशक से परिचित करा रही हूँ, जो आईआईटी कानपुर के पूर्व छात्र, एक प्रतिष्ठित शोधकर्ता, संवेदनशील मार्गदर्शक और हमारे संस्थान के एक समर्थन स्तंभ है, प्रोफेसर मनिंदर अग्रवाल। प्रोफेसर अग्रवाल ने अपनी बीटेक और पीएचडी कंप्यूटर साइंस और इंजीनियरिंग में आईआईटी कानपुर से की। वे अपने पहले डिटर्मिनिस्टिक पॉलिनोमियल टाइम टेस्ट के लिए प्रसिद्ध हैं, जो संख्याओं की प्राइमलिटी का परीक्षण करता है और पॉलिनोमियल्स की अरिथमेटिक कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी पर सीमा को परिभाषित करता है, जो कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी थ्योरी की मुख्य समस्याओं में से एक है। उनके प्रमुख अनुसंधान के लिए उन्हें 2006 में फुल्करसन पुरस्कार और गॉडल पुरस्कार से सम्मानित किया गया। इसके अतिरिक्त उन्हें शांति स्वरूप भटनागर पुरस्कार, मेघनाथ साह पुरस्कार, जेसी बोस फेलोशिप, गणित के लिए पहला इन्फोसिस पुरस्कार, बिरला पुरस्कार, द वर्ल्ड अकेडमी ऑफ साइंसेस पुरस्कार, हम्बोल्ट पुरस्कार और फिरोदिया पुरस्कार जैसे सबसे प्रतिष्ठित पुरस्कार और मान्यताओं से सम्मानित किया गया है। वह भारतीय विज्ञान अकादमी बैंगलोर, नेशनल अकादमी ऑफ साइंसेस इलाहाबाद और भारतीय राष्ट्रीय इंजीनियरिंग अकादमी के सदस्य हैं। 2013 में उन्हें पद्मश्री, भारत के सबसे बड़े नागरिक पुरस्कारों में से एक से सम्मानित किया गया था।
I now extend a warm invitation to Professor Agrawal to welcome you all.
एक्चुअली कुछ प्राइजेस आपने छोड़ दिए मेरे बताने। बाय द वे इसका सीक्रेट क्या है टू विन सो मेनी प्राइजेस? इट इज़ टू गेट फर्स्ट 2-3 प्राइजेस। उसके बाद क्या होता है कि एनी कमेटी दैट मीट्स कि किसको प्राइज देना है, जैसे कि इसको तो 2 मिले हुए हैं, अच्छा ही काम किया होगा, लेट्स गिव हिम 1 मोर। So welcome to all of you to IIT Kanpur. I understand your children are not with you. They are probably suffering through the heat in some part of the campus while you are sitting in this nice air conditioning environment. I promise you that for next 4 years this will continue to happen. You will be safely, happily अपने घर में बैठे होंगे आप लोग, शायद एसी भी चल रहा होगा, पंखा तो चल ही रहा होगा, having good food, good time. Your children will be here in hostels, in not so good conditions, stressed out कि assignment submit करना है, कल quiz होने वाला है, exam nearby, lecture समझ में नहीं आ रहे हैं, पंखा तो चलता ही नहीं है, और मेस का फूड इतना ख़राब है कि खा नहीं सकते. So this will be their state for next 4 years. But there is one silver lining. After this, whenever they get vacation and they go home, they will be so grateful to you. Especially the mothers who are here, कि इतना अच्छा खाना आप बनाती थी मुझे पता ही नहीं था. So, well, IIT Kanpur, loves to welcome the new students. थोड़ा बहुत परेशान भी करते हैं हम लोग because there is very from day one, we believe in focusing on the education, academics. And from first lecture of the semester will be intense, no quarters given, and no quarters asked for. But we also take good care of students. Definitely not as good as you do. There is no comparison, but to the extent we can, given the large body of students, we take very good care of them. Our counseling service does an exemplary job. उनके अभी तक स्टूडेंट गाइड्स वगैरह तो सब असाइन हो गए होंगे, they would have met, आप लोग ने भी मिले होंगे. They take genuine care of students. कोई भी issue होता है छोटा मोटा, they will address it, they will try to fix it, and then counseling service led by Professor Shantanu here and other counselors who are also, I can see probably all of them here. No? There are 9, I can see 7. So 2 are probably going around with the students. So they are all there to help the students in whatever way we can. And then of course, Dean of Students Office, Dean of Academic Affairs Office, these are the 2 main offices they will need to interact with. Their staff there is also very helpful. कभी-कभी unreasonable demands students कर देते हैं, थोड़ा नाराज हो जाते हैं वो, but otherwise they are very helpful. And I am very sure that you will not have any reason to complain. But कुछ reason तो मैंने already list कर दिए. उस पे खाने पे complain करेंगे तो हम नहीं सुनते उसको. खाने की complaint is completely ignored. Because number one, the food is cooked for 1,000 students at a time in the mess by the cooks who are probably thinking कि भाई अगर कुछ और पढ़ लिए होते तो कुछ अच्छी ज़िंदगी बिता रहे होते. So there is no love in that food, unlike what you get at home. तो खाने की क्वालिटी उतनी अच्छी नहीं होगी. But otherwise, also another thing is that we are little short of hostel spaces these days. So little bit of squeeze is being applied on the students. From next year, I expect that this will ease up. At least 500 beds will become available by July next year. So, थोड़ा ease up होगा और उसके बाद 2 years from now, I think we should be good. I think we should have enough space for these students. But meanwhile, yes, we'll have to squeeze in a bit. Some of the children may be used to air-conditioned environment at home. It will be a good growing experience for them to understand कि भाई सब जगह air conditioning नहीं होती है, कभी-कभी पसीने भी बहाने पड़ते हैं. And some are used to it, so they'll be happily adjusting to this whole thing. But they will, one thing I can promise you, they will truly enjoy. After 1 year, when you call or when you ask them कि भाई घर आ जाओ, तो बोलेंगे कि अभी थोड़ा मुझे काम है, थोड़ा काम करके आऊँगा. Related to that, my request to all the parents is, of course, forget first week. I'm sure you will all be very concerned कि कहीं settle हो गए कि नहीं, खाना खाया कि नहीं. After first week, do not call your children more than once a day. There are some who, of course, you feel naturally inclined to कि भाई चेक कर लें, अच्छा 2 बज गए, खाना खाया कि नहीं, मेस बंद हो रहा होगा, या क्लास गए कि नहीं, लैब कैसा हुआ. So, please resist the temptation. It's okay. Your child will adjust. It will take some time, but will adjust. Give him or her a little bit of freedom, and they will fly. They have come here. They will learn great things. They will graduate. They will do great things in future. They will make you proud. So rest assured. We are at IIT Kanpur. We will train them well enough to achieve their dreams in their life. So that's my short, simple message. I don't want to give a long lecture. I would rather hear from you, any specific query, any concern you have, any comments you have, feel free to share. And I hope there are some mics here which can be taken around. एक mic तो ये है.
नहीं वो लोग पूछेंगे ना.
Feel free to speak up even if you don't need mic. Mic are only there.
Hello, good afternoon everyone, good afternoon sir. So actually my query is related to the ragging.
Related to?
Ragging.
Ragging. हाँ.
Yeah. So वेबसाइट पे हमने काफ़ी कुछ देखा है कि दिस कैंपस इज completely ragging free. How IIT Kanpur ensure that on ground zero there is actually no ragging?
We have fairly strict policies regarding ragging. Number one, the students, first year students are isolated from other students. Hostel is different. Second, there are specially formed committees which are active in this, which will remain active over next 1 month or so, actively monitoring situation. Every hostel has hall wardens who will be keeping a tab on it and keep report us to it. There is also some policy, right? 10 p.m. After 10 p.m. no first year students is allowed to step out of the hostel or something to that effect. 10 to 6, night 10 to 6 a.m. A bit of a curfew for them. They will not like it, but that's we want to ensure that it stays. After that, it's free. Then they can move on. And seniors also cannot come inside their hostel. Oh, throughout the day. Okay, they cannot even enter all 13. So it's already shared. So these are the, and we take a very strong action in case any violation is found. So that is, we have a good setup in place. I don't think in last few years we have seen any serious case of ragging also. But here one thing I would also say, while I understand, and every child, parents like to give the best of the comforts to the child, they protect the child. But there is a time that the child needs to grow up and face the world. When the child faces the world, there is going to be sweet experiences, there are going to be bitter experiences. And they have to learn how to face that, how to address it. So coming into hostel, invariably, मतलब उसको मैं ragging नहीं qualify कहूँगा, but invariably will lead to some good experiences, some bad experiences. Some student will simply react badly to you. You have to just accept it and move on and address it properly. So that learning is important, and that does happen in hostels. But any form of any physical intimidation or pushing around, that is totally not acceptable.
हेलो. हाँ सर, आपकी बातें सुन के बहुत अच्छा लगा. कोई क्वेरी नहीं है. थैंक यू सर.
Okay, there is one. उधर एक माइक उधर लेके जाइए, उस साइड.
So, sir, I also agree with him that yes, we are too much relaxed. आपने इतनी आसानी से हमारी समस्याएं जो हम सोच रहे थे उसको रिलैक्स कर दिया. डेफिनेटली स्टूडेंट्स हैव टू लर्न और लाइफ में ग्रो करेंगे. मेरी एक थोड़ी छोटी सी क्वेरी है, बिकॉज आई एम अ मदर ऑफ अ डॉटर. तो इफ़ दे आर सिटिंग इन द लाइब्रेरी टिल लेट आवर्स, so what is the security if they come back to the hostel in late nights? Is it okay?
It's perfectly okay. Our campus is extremely safe. The girl students move on around campus freely in the night. There is no restriction. This is slightly different from some other hostel or some other institutions where girls hostel रात को 10 बजे 11 बजे कर्फ्यू लग जाता है. You cannot go out.
Yes, sir.
we don't have policy. From day one, we never had that policy. Kanpur, IIT Kanpur is unique in that case to provide equal freedom and flexibility to boys as well as girls. Because after all, रात को बच्चे लाइब्रेरी में जाते हैं पढ़ने या लैब में जाते हैं काम करने. You cannot stop girls from doing it. You have to permit that. But to ensure that, we have to keep the environment very safe. And I am very confident on our security. Of course, ऐसा नहीं है कि कभी incidents report नहीं होते, but as soon as any incident is reported, we take very strict action. So the environment for girls is extremely good.
ओके थैंक यू सर फॉर एश्योरेंस. एक चीज़ और सर, बहुत छोटी सी बात है, आपने पहले ही बता दिया कि दे हैव टू स्क्वीज अ लॉट इन द रूम्स, सो दैट्स फाइन, एरिया इज़ वेरी स्मॉल, नो प्रॉब्लम, बट द टेबल एंड चेयर, बिकॉज एट होम ऑल्सो लाइक वी हैव 2 children, they are having their own tables and their own belongings, books and everything, so how they are going to share with the unknown roommate?
Sharing, you learn sharing.
Yes.
Give and take, you know. So, you see, I'm just saying, I know it's not ideal. I agree that every student must have own table and chair. Because you have study table, you have put your set of books that you want to study and other things. That's the ideal. But unfortunately, अभी जो squeeze है उसकी वजह से we are not in the ideal situation. तो थोड़ा उसमें accommodations जरूरी है, and that gives, you know, you learn sharing through this.
Okay, so thank you. You will just teach lot of adjustments in life. Thank you so much, sir.
Day one से adjustment हम सिखाते हैं.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So my question is bit serious side. Like in last few years, we heard about some instances in different IITs regarding students are taking some extreme steps. Okay, and I think last 3-4 days back something has happened in Kharagpur also.
Yeah.
Okay, I did not hear much from Kanpur. Maybe some 1 or 2 years back some instance was there. So as a responsible person of IIT Kanpur, so what are the proactive measures we are taking so that these things we should not hear, not from Kanpur, and definitely should not happen from any college?
Yeah, you raised a very important question, and I'm glad you did, because I missed addressing this aspect. You know, any life loss, especially such a young and bright life loss, is a huge setback for not just institution, for the country also. No, we are bright, all bright, talented, young kids. So we, and here I'm not just talking about IIT Kanpur, but IIT system as a whole, we take this very seriously. In fact, there has been a ministry level committee formed on this, and now Supreme Court has also taken cognizance of that. A few months ago, I think last year they committed a national level committee to look at this. The reasons, so now I speak from the experience of IIT Kanpur. We have had some unfortunate cases over past few years in this kind. The reasons are often not related to academics. One major reason, which again looking at these cases in IIT Kanpur, is it's a relationship that went wrong. But no matter what the reason is, we have a system. So this student guide system is somewhat unique in the system through IIT Kanpur. So the task of the student guide is to keep monitoring, and not just in first year. They will continue throughout, and they will keep an eye on the student. कि भाई सब ठीक चल रहा है कि नहीं चल रहा है. In case they detect something, they immediately bring it to the attention of counselors. Now counselors then reach out to the student. At times this also happens कि student doesn't respond. कि भाई नहीं मुझे नहीं मिल रहा है. Then they make an extra effort, they come and visit and try to understand. And here an appeal to all of you as parents also. While I first said don't call them too often, but do keep a tab. कि भाई mentally is the child doing fine. In case you detect something, please bring it to our attention. Of course, we will then have a look at it and get back to you. We would like, in such situations, I don't know at what stage parents are brought in, Shantanu. See, there are also issues. On one hand, parents will feel कि हमें फौरन बताइए. आप ही के बच्चे कहते हैं नहीं, parent को नहीं बताना है. We'll handle it ourselves. So there is a balance that we have to make. So we did take as Professor Shantanu said, we look at, once we take the advice of doctors, when they say no involve parents, we do involve parents. But if you detect early enough, then we can be in touch with you directly and keep update. So those are things that we'll need your help also in order to ensure that such a incident don't occur.
Okay. Thank you.
May I? Thank you, sir. First, I will say thank you so much to address us in a light mood so that we all are comfortable with you and we can ask any kind of query. So continuing it, I have a request from you, and maybe all the parents here can be agree with me. From the last 3 days, we are here in campus. And just now, on the part of IIT Kanpur, we have seen only main gate hostel. And today, this is the extra part auditorium. So can we have access to academic area, main building, and departments? It is just a request if it can be planned.
Why not? बताइए आप, Shantanu ji. You keep them so busy that they don't have anything? Or? No, parents.
Okay.
So let's I would suggest to keep in mind, we should organize tours for parents also. Let them take them around major facilities.
I'm on it right away, so don't worry.
Okay, sir.
We'll
Thank
get
you.
it.
Thank you, sir.
It kind of got missed. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Sorry.
Related to security, I appreciate very good security is here inside the IT campus. One thing I am concerned, these dogs are there inside the hostels. How to control? Because everywhere, in all the floor I have seen.
Sir, ये problem Supreme Court तक नहीं solve कर पा रहा है. हम तो छोटी मोटी चीज है. The problem is, again, there are two sides. One group says these dogs are bad, get rid of them.
Yes.
There is another group, and I am just talking about students. Let's not bring in others. Another group of students said, "Oh, they are God's gift. Let's treat them with compassion. Why are you so hung up about it? Let them poor creatures, let them roam around." तो ये इन दोनों ग्रुप में झगड़ा होता रहता है. हमारा काम है रेफरी करना कि भाई ज़्यादा नहीं झगड़ा हो, थोड़ा शांति से करो जो भी करना है. We are trying at the same time.
What I assume, this is trained dogs, already trained. They will not attack students.
No, they are trained. Yeah. Dogs attack. अरे dogs हैं तो they will, especially if they are in a pack, they will attack.
Okay.
So what we are now implementing is a policy already been made and getting implemented, that number one, the feeding for dogs should not happen inside hostels. Anybody who wants to feed, there are certain feeding zones, you go there and feed. Number two, if any dog has a history of attacking, we'll remove that dog from the campus and put it, we'll keep that dog within campus, but there is an enclosed area, we'll put the dog there. So that aggressiveness in dogs is curtailed, and simultaneously we keep sterilizing the dogs so that their population doesn't grow too much and also their aggressiveness is contained. Unfortunately, we cannot remove dogs from campus because that's where the Supreme Court orders come into effect. We cannot. We have to keep them. So it's a matter of peaceful coexistence. So dogs ke saath and other wild animals. We have fortunately other wild animals very peacefully coexist. including snakes of all varieties. We have cobras, we have pythons, we have, and I don't mean to scare you, there are all kinds of snakes. There are a couple of snakes who live in my garden, but we exist very peacefully. They do their job, we do our job, we don't talk to each other.
Better to suggest, I suggest give some degree and send out of
Send them off
institute
campus.
after 4 years.
Huh?
After a certain time, give some degree, qualification, and let them go out from the campus.
From the campus, that's a challenge.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, sir. So my question is related to the physical health of the students. So as I understand that, and you also said that from day one itself, there will be a lot of pressure on the students related to academics and all. So, and they are moving out of their houses for the first time. So they might, ignore their health, especially in the first, few months. So is there a provision where, they go for a compulsory medical checkup or health checkup where, their health problems are addressed? They might not go on their own. So if it becomes compulsory for the students, so they will have to go and get themselves checked. So any provision?
I'll suggest this, pass it on to the Dean of Students. We do a compulsory health checkup at the time of joining, but at that time their health is pretty good. So, and we do take care of health, by the way. When I said from day one, we go after them, it also includes ensuring they get up at 6 a.m. in the morning and run around the campus. That is part of compulsory physical activity, which if you don't clear, that means clearing means if you don't run around the campus enough number of times in a semester, you have to repeat it. You have to continue repeating until you make those many rounds. And if you don't, then you don't get your degree. So we essentially force the students to do that exercise. But this is a thought which I will leave with our Dean of Students to see if we can, after a semester, let us say, redo a checkup and compare कि भाई कितना deterioration हुआ है. अगर 5 किलो से कम हुआ है वजन तो ठीक है. ज़्यादा हुआ है तो थोड़ा सोचने की बात.
Thank you. That would be really appreciable if it happens.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for the detailed explanation, and you also explained how better way the Kanpur IIT is taking care for the student. So my question is about the personal development. See, last 3 to 4 years, these all children are totally busy in the studying. They even forget to play the sports also. So how IIT Kanpur ensures their personality development and they can do well in the sports and academics both? Thank you.
So we provide tremendous opportunities for personal development. I mean, in the evenings are free, and we have so many clubs and activities. I mean, I think we have excess number of them. There are faculty who complain कि भाई बहुत ज़्यादा activities student की हो रही है, पढ़ाई में ध्यान कम दे रहे हैं. Whether it is technology related clubs, culturally music clubs, sport. I don't know. Dean students will tell you more about the number of clubs. There are large number of them, and sports activity, adventure sport also. So all kinds of activities are there. It's up to the student to make best use of them, and most of them do. They get involved in organizing cultural program. In fact, that is one thing. Personal development. There is another. It brings me to another small anecdote. Usually, what happens is when a new student joins, first month, that is August. There is a major cultural festival called Antaragni. That happens in September, right? October. That happens in October. And Antaragni ke liye, of course, there are large number of cultural performances which our teams have to give. So performance is fine, but there is a huge amount of organizational work where some 5,000-6,000 students from outside come in, and they have to stay and being taken care of. So who will do that job? Running around, taking care of all this. Senior students decide, of course, this will be done by first year students. तो आते ही सबसे पहले उनको पकड़ा जाता है कि रात को 9 बजे के बाद you have dinner, come to the work. The work is to start planning and organizing the events for the Antaragni. So next 2 months will go in that. So there is a lot of personality development that takes place then, but unfortunately Dean of Students have put a ban on it, I am told. Have you? I think he has put a ban on that. He is saying that first 4 weeks, first year students are not available. So senior students are complaining very bitterly now कि भाई अंतराग्नि में हमारी performance सब खराब हो जाएगी. But unfortunately, Dean of Students is a what do you say? I mean, senior students will say he is a dictator. He is not allowing the young kids to develop personality. And but that's a trade-off, like I said. First week, first month needs to be given to students to adjust, get used to it, the pace of the academics and everything. So it's a nice trade-off. But coming back to your point, we provide enough opportunities. It is for the student to make best use of. We don't force a student. ये आपको करना ही करना है. We just provide a buffet. It's up to the student to pick and choose what he likes to eat.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. Right.
Yeah, good afternoon.
My one reflection is like all the IITs like bring lot of diversity from all the states, race, religion, and everything, right? And that diversity also brings certain intellectual capability of kids also who are studying in the same standard or same class, right? So what kind of like support you give for different set of people like who have like different kind of intellectual ability to challenge them or support them to grow further in your career?
So, it's a good point. And this has been true with institutions like us forever. When I was a student, students were present from all corners of the country, and so is the case today. The institute is a great melting pot of, every student gets to interact and learn about other cultures, how they work, other states, what they do. At the same time, it is true that some student may feel a little left out, this is a completely different environment, not even my language. Suppose a student is coming from Kerala, they say, I know Malayalam, but they are all speaking in Hindi, which I barely can understand. So, but then there is a support group of students themselves. There is a whole spectrum of students, different years. So let's say, continuing with that example, the Malayali students, senior student, they all anyway form an informal group. And this student will naturally gravitate towards that group. And then you can speak in Malayali, they can talk about what is the favorite food that they would like to eat. They can even agitate to the mess warden or mess secretary कि भाई वो खाना बनना जरूरी है. They succeed sometimes, they don't succeed some other time. But point is that students themselves provide a very good support group. In case that is not the case, that doesn't happen, there are rare cases where it does not happen, then counseling service steps in. The student counselor observes that this student has become recluse, he is not reaching out. So then the counseling service tries to bring that student out, organizing special sessions and so on. So I don't think there are many such cultural issues that our students face. Our Dean of Students and Head Counseling will know better. I don't know they are saying yes or no. They are saying, okay, no. Okay.
There is no such big issues that we face. Yes, at the very beginning, mostly language issues and some food habits, but in 1 week, they all diffuses. So no problem.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
So thank you for the opportunity to directly interact with you. A slightly uncomfortable question, you've already touched upon it. All of us have been experiencing the extreme heat and humidity in the last few days. While we want our kids to become tough, etc., what we feel is that having, let's say, air condition is not a luxury now. It is a basic necessity. It impacts their sleep, their studies, etc. I know there are practical constraints. It may not happen, but the institute should think about, how these aspects can be taken care of, because we've been experiencing in the last 3 days, and it is extremely difficult.
Yeah. Two things. I'll first say the little hard thing, then a good, pleasant thing. The slightly unpleasant thing is that what you feel and what your child feels about the same weather are very different. I know it myself. I was a student here, and I couldn't care less कि पसीना बह रहा है, कितनी गर्मी है. It didn't matter, didn't register. Now at this age, I go out in a humid environment, I can't stand out. I want to get back into air conditioning. So his age also impacts the reaction. But your basic point is well taken. We have taken a policy decision that from now onwards, every hostel that we build will be air conditioned, including the one that I am talking about, which will be available next year. That will be air conditioned, and all subsequent hostels will be air conditioned. The existing hostels, we cannot make them air conditioned because they are not designed. That setup is not there. So we are planning to either retrofit or TN down the hostels and rebuild in place of them, making them air conditioned. But this will take 10 odd years, but we'll be there.
प्रणाम सर, मैं बिहार से एक एज ए स्टूडेंट आईआईटी तो मेरा सपना रहा, लेकिन एज ए गार्जियन बच्चों ने सपना पूरा किया. एक जोरदार ताली चाहूँगा वैसे गार्जियनों के लिए जिसका सपना बच्चों ने पूरा किया है. मैं आपसे सवाल तो नहीं कर सकता, लेकिन एक आश्वासन चाहूँगा कि एक ब्रांच में डिफरेंट रेंज के डिफरेंट स्टेमिना के बच्चे आते हैं. क्या टीचर्स के तरफ से ईच एंड एवरी स्टूडेंट को बूस्टअप, उसकी कमजोरियों को देखकर उसको बूस्टअप किया जा सकेगा, ऐसा आश्वासन मैं चाहूँगा. क्योंकि आप जानते हैं कि अलग अलग रैंकिंग के बच्चे, अलग अलग स्टेट के बच्चे सब आते हैं, सबकी बौद्धिक क्षमता एक बराबर होती नहीं है. तो एज ए गार्जियन मैं तो चाहूँगा कि मेरे भी बच्चे में जो कमजोरियाँ हैं वो उभर कर आए, उसको टीचर लोग देखें और उसको आगे बढ़ाने में सपोर्ट करें विदाउट स्ट्रेस. तो मैं यही आश्वासन सर से चाहूँगा कि क्या ऐसा संभव हो पाएगा. चूँकि ज़्यादा गहराई में तो मैं नहीं जानता हूँ आईआईटी के बारे में, लेकिन नाम है और ब्रांड है, तो सिर्फ एक आश्वासन सर से हमारी इच्छा है.
ये हमारे टीचर्स जो हैं वो अपनी तरफ से पूरा प्रयास करते हैं. बहुत पैशनेट टीचर्स हैं हमारे यहाँ. स्थिति ये है कि अन्य कॉलेजेस में होता है कि टीचर आए, कोई क्लास मिस हो गया तो ठीक है, मिस हो गया कोई बात नहीं. हमारे यहाँ उनको टीचर्स को टेंशन हो जाती है क्लास मिस हो गया, इसका मेकअप करना पड़ेगा. तो सैटरडे को, संडे को कभी भी मेकअप शेड्यूल करके पढ़ाना, कोर्स पूरा करना चाहते हैं. So they are very passionate, but at the same time, and this depends on teacher to teacher. कुछ लोग टफ ग्रेडिंग करते हैं, कुछ लोग इजी ग्रेडिंग करते हैं, और इसमें इंस्टीट्यूट इंटरफेयर नहीं करता, टीचर के ऊपर है. तो दैट वो वेरिएशन होगा. बट what I want to assure you is that we have a system in place कि अगर किसी स्टूडेंट को समस्या हो रही है पढ़ने में, and this is a layered system. पहले तो student themselves can help a student who's falling behind. There are friends and others. Then if it doesn't work, then counseling service gets to know, they try to arrange. The teachers also, they once see आजकल इतनी क्लासेस बड़ी हो गई हैं कि individual attention teachers उतना अच्छे से नहीं दे पाते. But if some case comes to a teacher, they will typically have a अलग separate session with that set of students, try to explain to them. Here also, it varies a bit. Some teachers are great in explaining things. Some teachers are not so great in explaining. They try their best, but it depends on the individual, that ability कि कितने अच्छे से explain कर सकते हैं. So that modulo that, I think we make a lot of effort to ensure that every student learns. So, but from the student side, what we expect, and there are no relaxation given, which is you also have to work hard. You cannot expect to be spoon-fed everything. और उस मामले में थोड़ा your student will notice a big change here. If I presume most of the students have gone to the coaching institutes, their things are spoon-fed. वहाँ टीचर आते हैं एक चीज़ को they drill into the student जब तक कि उसे समझ में नहीं आता. The spoon-feeding stops here. We don't spoon-feed. If you have a problem, reach out. We'll help.
Good evening. Good evening, Professor Agarwal. Sure. So at the outset, I would wish to actually congratulate the entire counseling services students. They've actually done a fabulous job by creating the Facebook pages, helping the students, organizing everything. They're actually doing a commendable job. And
you have to thank them. They have done a fabulous job as always.
Yes. And I come from a medical background. So my very simple question is, ma'am talked about the preventing health services, doing health check every year. So what kind of a services IIT Kanpur has just in case a student requires some kind of a healthcare support? Thank you.
We have a primary healthcare center, which is good for, run-of-the-mill problems, fever, agaya, khansi, zukam, that kind of thing. In case of somebody requiring more serious attention, we have in the city hospitals where we refer the students to, and then they are taken care of. Some of you, maybe many of you may know that we are actually building a hospital on campus, which will become functional by end of next year. And it's going to be a super specialty hospital. So once that becomes operational, I think that will be able to address a lot of major problems that students may face. We always hope that nobody faces that, but in case it is there, right on campus we'll have top of the line medical facilities. So that brings me to a close. I am being told to go away from here because others have to come and speak. You may have noticed the head counseling just came in. He told me precisely that. Okay, so thank you very much for your attention. It was a pleasure interacting with all of you. All the best.
Before Professor Agarwal takes his seat, I just tell you that I had a chat with the security officer. So after this event, we have a high tea, and then you are more than welcome to visit our academic area, see our library, lectural complex, and other things. But while you are roaming, please cooperate with the security personnel. Thank you.
अपने विचार और ज्ञान हमारे साथ साझा करने के लिए धन्यवाद सर. आपके शब्द हमें प्रेरणा और मार्गदर्शन देते रहेंगे. हम आपके नेतृत्व और हमारे शिक्षा एवं व्यक्तिगत विकास पर इसके सकारात्मक प्रभाव के लिए बहुत आभारी हैं.
Now, I'm delighted to invite Professor Ashok De, who is a professor in the Department of Aerospace Engineering at IIT Kanpur and serves as our Dean of Academic Affairs. Professor Ashok De's academic journey includes a Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering from Jadavpur University, a Master of Technology in Aerospace Engineering from IIT Kanpur, and a PhD in Mechanical Engineering from Louisiana State University. Professor Ashok's research spans a plethora of topics including fluid structure interaction, high-speed flows, aeroacoustics, and turbulence modeling. He is a fellow of the Royal Aeronautical Society, the fellow of the American Society of Mechanical Engineers, and a fellow of the West Bengal Academy of Science and Technology. He has also received the highly coveted Humboldt's Research Fellowship and the PK Kelkar Young Researcher Fellowship.
अब मैं प्रोफेसर अशोक डे का स्वागत करती हूँ, जो एरोस्पेस इंजीनियरिंग विभाग में प्रोफेसर है और आईआईटी कानपुर में शैक्षणिक गतिविधियों के डीन के रूप में कार्यरत है। इनकी शिक्षा यात्रा जादवपुर यूनिवर्सिटी में मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग से शुरू हुई, फिर आईआईटी कानपुर में एरोस्पेस इंजीनियरिंग में अध्ययन और इसके पश्चात इन्होंने लुजियाना स्टेट यूनिवर्सिटी से मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग में पीएचडी प्राप्त की। प्रोफेसर अशोक का शोध कार्य कई क्षेत्रों में फैला है, जैसे फ्लूइड स्ट्रक्चर इंटरसेक्शन, हाई स्पीड फ्लोज, एरो अकूस्टिक्स और टर्बुलेंस मॉडलिंग। वे रॉयल एरोनॉटिकल सोसाइटी, अमेरिकन सोसाइटी ऑफ मैकेनिकल इंजीनियर्स और वेस्ट बंगाल सोसाइटी ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी के फेलो हैं। उन्हें हम्बोल्ट रिसर्च फेलोशिप और पीके केलकर यंग रिसर्चर फेलोशिप जैसे सम्मान भी प्राप्त हुए हैं। मैं प्रोफेसर अशोक से अनुरोध करती हूँ कि वे मंच पर आए और हमें आईआईटी कानपुर के शैक्षणिक प्रणाली का परिचय दें।
Okay, good afternoon to all of you, and once again, warm welcome. And on behalf of the academic community, IIT Kanpur, we all congratulate for your kids' achievement and being part of our system. Obviously, our office actually kind of takes care of the complete academic management, I would say, and I'm kind of happy to say, okay, he's leaving, Professor Mohapatra, he's the Associate Dean of that office. So, and there is other people who are there, and if you go to the academic office website, you will get the complete information about that team who is supporting all our students. I mean, not only the new students or undergraduate students, complete student community, which is roughly at this moment 10,000. So, I mean, I would say that we are taking quite a bit of effort to help their journey. So since I was just hearing the sitting back there complain about not able to roam around the academic area, okay, maybe I'll take a little bit of blame on myself because academic area comes under my control. So it was not approached, so, but now you are all allowed to go there, can have a look at the academic complex, library and all these places. But probably I would give you a quick view of the campus since not sure whether you got a time to go around that. Just enjoy that. that gives you a nice overview of the campus. Probably if you have observed quickly, there's a sports complex, because some of the questions I was hearing, sports complex kitna hoga, nahi hoga, whether they are balancing between the academics or not. Obviously, please pardon me, I might talk about the academics, but there are things they can do. Yes, that brings to the thing, what are the key features of the whole undergraduate program that we run. Primarily, we have 2 semesters, one in July that we are starting right now, and one in January. And there are summer term, we call it a summer term. We don't call it a semester because that's not something compulsory for the students. Probably in a year down the line, your kid also start thinking that's compulsory semester. So we operate that way in terms of the academic calendar and all this. Our whole curriculum is completely credit-based. And why I say it's credit-based, I will come probably to the end. And then typically they have defined course structure and all these things. So that's something may not be required you to know too much. I think it's better that they know which the student guides, and they will let them know. We have lectures, labs, and all these things. Okay. But importantly, we have academic flexibility and all these things. So that's why what happens is that if you are really curious about that, then you can visit this particular website where you can here. So the academic calendar for the complete academic year is there. So you may go immediately see when are the vacations are there, maybe book the tickets for your son or daughter. Okay, you may come back home that time. So at this moment, you will see the July semester details. And then we have some students, they do registration and all this. So these are more academic. As I said, the summer term provides them the opportunity. Actually, they can, some course which they might have not performed well or trying to repeat. So that gives them the opportunity to repeat things summers. And obviously there are options also if they are really not doing well some courses, some point of time, middle of the semester, they can drop some courses, but yes, they can. It goes through different level of approval, which I again explained them in the morning that, I mean, it's better to use that very carefully, because if they do that, that course has to be repeated next year. And it's going to be offered exactly in the same time frame of the year. That means that can start creating some backlogs. But anyway, nevertheless, that's taken care of. So how the decisions are made, here you can see nowhere I am there. And that is where I am holding a chair without power. This is how the flexibility in the IIT Kanpur academic system. All decision makers are the instructor who are going to teach the classes. Then comes a committee which is department level. More or less, I would say that this is a department level first contact point where the students can actually discuss their academic issues within the people around them. Then there are student members. I mean, all these places, I mean, these students representative are there. So they are the very helpful guide for any new students. And then that goes to the other level of approval process, and finally things get approved at the Senate, because whatever academic decision is made, it's by the Senate, and we follow, all of us follow that. Now, as I said, the first year, actually, whoever has joined IIT Kanpur, they have a common curriculum. They are going to be taught physics, chemistry, biology, English, ethics, mathematics, programming, engineering, graphics. So they have to do all this. Even top of that, as Professor Agrawal was saying, that the running in the morning and evening, that's part of their curriculum. It's a compulsory. They have to pass it. That's what, if they don't pass it, they have to repeat it. So this is part of their curriculum, and all 1225, they have to do the same thing. So there is no discrimination. And obviously, then slowly they get into the second year onwards, they get into the departmental courses, and we have other courses. So whoever students have joined at this moment, or your son or daughter, now this is the flexibility that we talk about. All of them are in this particular mode, the track 1. They have now entered at this moment using the track 1, but they can pursue track 2, which is basically the technology or Bachelor of Science with the management degree. That means they have to do some more extra things, but again, they have to apply. There is a process to, because management department does some screening, and they are allowed to, so they can graduate with both Bachelor of Technology Management, Bachelor of Science Management. And the third one is that now this is a new flexibility through NEP we have introduced. They can earn honors. So their degree would be written Bachelor of Technology Honors or Bachelor of Science Honors. But then again, at the cost of, there is no free meal. I mean, unlike the hostel food, which is not free but subsidized, they have to earn extra credit. That means extra courses they have to do, and then only once they fulfill, then they can get this. So this is the, and as I said, the BT, BM, BTH, we have all these engineering departments that we have, and then science program, we have all the science department. At this moment, all of your kid are entered one of these department. This is where we run all the undergraduate program. Now, this is something you might be very, very curious that what can be done, what not. Yes, as I said, the first year, all teaching and everything is common. And then, end of the first year, like second semester and third semester, fourth semester, there would be call, they can do branch change. But yes, it depends on the availability of that particular seat in that department. And I know everybody is aiming to go for CSE, but then one is the performance of the kid and then the availability in that particular department. So availability, when I say that in a nutshell, our Senate has given us a sanction strength. So every department has that sanction strength, and when all of these kids gone through the JOSHA counseling, that is where they fill the seats. And sometimes when there is a tie and all this, JOSHA counseling eats up our seat. For example, CSE, this happens most of the time. They eats up that extra seat, then we don't have availability of the branch change. So, but this is how it happens, that there would be call, they apply, and based on the academic performance and availability, branch change happens. So this is the option available for each student. It's not, there is no. Then the student can graduate with double degree also in 5 years. So that means they will get Bachelor of Technology or Science, and then another year research, they can graduate. But again, there are 3 categories: Category A, Category B, Category C. Category A is nothing but I am doing Bachelor of Technology in Mechanical, then I can get the second degree in Mechanical, that's Category A. I will do Mechanical with the other department, let's say Electrical, Category B, and Category C with the Management department. So these are the category, depends on, again, as I said, after 5th, 6th, 7th semester, the call comes, student apply, and they can graduate with this degree. These are optional, not necessarily you have to take it, but this allows you the option to do it. Then another flexibility, student can graduate with double major. So that means I will have a major in computer science, I can have a second major in aerospace, I can have a major in electrical, I can have a second major in mechanical. So again, there would be call, but in double major, they can graduate, both the name of those departments would be mentioned in the degree. So they can graduate with that degree as well. But yes, while you are pursuing those kind of degrees, you have to do extra courses. And every department will have a template. And again, those who are very interested, as I said, in the DOA website, you go, there is a tab called UG sections. If you click that, then you will see the templates are there. So you don't have to depend on your son or daughter to tell where are these things. You can get all updated templates are there. Every department has already prescribed if someone wants to do double major or double degree, then what are the extra courses. And then another interesting feature, they can graduate with the minor. I might be pursuing my major in aerospace, I'll do minor in computer science. I can do that. And this is quite flexible. It's even before graduation, they can, it's just through the application process. As long as they plan their things properly and do the required courses, they can apply. Just even completing their 4-year program, they can apply, and our office is facilitating that. We allow the kids to graduate with minor. So that is, there is no deadline or as such, obviously before graduation. So apart from IIT Kanpur, they can also go for international semester exchange program, foreign internship and all these things. Some of them are handled by our Dean of International Offices. Obviously, this directly doesn't come under our purview, but I thought of just sharing the information. Some of them is handled by our placement office. I think placement chair is here. He's going to talk about that. So there are options which a kid can explore. Just to sum up the key highlights, so we have all these new programs like honors, management programs. Students now get exposed to this kind of economics management basket because this is part of their template. So in 3rd semester, 4th semester onwards, the part of their template, so they have to take some of these courses, so that means these are introduced. Student can earn credit through the entrepreneurship policy. Obviously, this doesn't go in their CPI calculation, but they can earn. Through external activity, they can do. Again, it doesn't go to their CPI, but they can earn credit. Interestingly, they can do one course, optional, online also through MOOC courses, and that can also go towards their credit requirement. Then, as I said, no student gets terminated at this moment, especially UG students, because all of us are based on the credit-based system. So the student who is not, let's say, performing well or lagging behind, they can always exit by exit degree. There is a minimum requirement of 300 credit they can do. They can graduate with an exit degree. But obviously, that's not going to be your BT or BS degree. We provide English language. This is again compulsory for, I think your kids are going through the English test. Based on their performance, they are going to be assigned different courses. This is compulsory again. So we try to help them those courses. They are also exposed to the practical ethics courses. So these are all compulsory in first year. So that means it's common for all 1200 students. So there is no discrimination here. Now, coming forward, so all the courses that we operate here, we have this granular grading system. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. And I will stop here at D. I will not talk about this because this is something nobody expects or nobody wants to have it. So this means, all of this means you have to repeat that course if it is an compulsory course for your template. So morning also I told the kids also, don't aim for this. Forget about this line, these 3 basket. This is the extreme. You don't have a choice, you have to repeat it. And student registration is mandatory, which is more relevant to them. As I said, the dropping of the courses, that option is available, but they have to use it very carefully. Obviously, as Professor Agrawal also said, we are here as a facilitator. Okay, we allow them to have their own learning, but obviously it comes with some responsibility. They have to attend classes, they have to submit their assignments, they have to, whatever the class-related activity they are supposed to do, they are supposed to take care of that. And obviously, we do track the attendance, and probably this semester we're going to implement some new attendance policy. And obviously for that we are going to allow the students to bring their, I'm pretty sure everybody has a smartphone, they bring it. So through that we are going to capture their attendance. Yes, some courses they will have a attendance connected with their marks and all this. Some courses they don't. But it depends. I mean, whatever our observation is that those who attend classes, rest is taken care of. But performance is pretty linearly scalable. So obviously they need to maintain the academic integrity, and obviously it may happen with all parents here. They say that main ghar aa raha hu. At least make sure they apply properly in this particular automation system. They have to apply for leave. They cannot just leave the campus without informing anybody. As soon as they do that, actually they remain untracked. So this will have a lot of different consequences. So we also go crazy to track that down, where the student is. And obviously, preferably they should travel during the recess. Weekends they do, but also weekends, let me remind, our automation system allows station leave. It doesn't go, because every student is entitled for certain amount of leaves. So they try to be smart. Within a few years' time, they become really smarter. They are all smart, they will become smarter. In 4 years' time, they will become ultra smart. Thing is that they said, bhag jate hain, nahi karenge. But there's a different issue, because students, they will not be able to track where he is. So station leave, as parents, if you are aware that he or she is traveling, make sure they are applying for that. But then we know this kid is going there. And that is actually, to be honest, that is applicable to me. Some of my colleagues are here. I see a couple of them sitting as an audience, as a parents. It is applicable. Even we travel to Lucknow airport, we have to intimate in the system or intimate our HOD that we are out. Because if I meet an accident, then my insurance is not going to cover. Simple. Students are all insured here. The insurance is not going to give a single penny. But these kids don't understand that. Anyway, this is purview of Dean of Students, but I thought of. So just to catch up on the things, they can do a lot of things. These are only few I listed. There could be plenty of these clubs and the other activities they get involved. Actually, morning I showed them some videos, and I thought that would be boring for you. I removed them. Otherwise, I would have loved to show you that what they do actually in the campus. Okay. So overall, we actually not only kind of little bit digression, not keeping them engaged in the academics, we actually make them to overall growth of the kid. So we are here to help them. Their faculty advisors are there. Obviously, student guides are there, DUGCs are there, counseling service is there. So importantly, what to contact, whom to contact. In academic matter, first point of contact is the department. There are student guides, there are convener, the DUGC convener, there are HODs, and then obviously academic office is there. And for their mental health or counseling, all we ask them to contact the, this email ID is probably not working, I'm sorry for that. This is counseling email ID. I morning updated this one. So important aspect of last 2 points, actually ask them to speak. Whenever even regarding classes, if they are not able to cope up, if they come forward to the instructor, I'm pretty sure by and large more than 90% instructor actually try to help the student. And then obviously there's a mechanism of the students guys, they do conduct a lot of extra classes to help these students. So my favorite header, you always keep a tab. As a parent you should, but without hovering. Okay, don't become a wasp like that. Don't do that. So they are adult. Have constructive occasional conversation and ask your kid to speak. Whatever need he or she needs, we are there to help. Okay, and our system becomes a launch pad. They can actually do a lot of startups, innovation. This is another thing. Actually, students, second year onwards, third year, they get involved in this lot of these things. So these are the opportunities or facilities which are available actually for students to explore out. And as I mentioned, students can exit with dignity. No students are academically terminated. They can exit with the exit degree. So, what is your role in this journey? Be a guide, not a manager. Okay? Support the time management, their emotional changes, they are away from home. Obviously, we are there. Your support is also very, very important. And please, I think our head counseling is also going to mention that this is very, very important. Do not compare. अरे वो ये कर रहा है, तुम्हारा विंगीज वो कर रहा है, तुम्हारा रूममेट वो कर रहा है. Let them have their own space. Everybody will. The system is built such that this is a big system, this will allow him or her to grow. So what we expect, we have a really, really good academic infrastructure, fair and transparent system, holistic education system. Obviously, we try to have their overall growth, okay? So, thanks once again, and we are honored to welcome all of you and your child to the IIT Kanpur community, and this is the new beginning for their life, and also you have come all the way along with them. And we are here to walk down further till they graduate, okay? And just a last point, as I said, all their rules, manuals, this is the site where we maintain, this is where their academic is completely governed, nobody else. Even if you spare time, and the document that you see today, when I'm talking, is the updated latest one. So each and every line written there, that's going to be followed strictly. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful overview of the academics here at IIT Kanpur. Your dedication to academic excellence and unwavering commitment to enriching the academic environment of our campus community and the institute are truly commendable and deeply appreciated. Now, I am delighted to introduce to you an esteemed educator and a compassionate leader, Professor Prateek Sen, a chair professor in the Department of Chemistry. Professor Sen is a distinguished chemist and an academician with a profound career in research and education. Professor Sen currently serves as the Dean of Student Affairs at IIT Kanpur, playing a pivotal role in student welfare and academic administration. He earned his BSc and MSc degrees from Vishwa Bharati University before completing his PhD at the Indian Association for the Cultivation of Science, Kolkata. Following a postdoctoral stint at Riken, Japan, as a JSPS fellow, Dr. Sen assumed the role of a faculty at the Department of Chemistry, IIT Kanpur, in 2008. Specializing in ultra-fast spectroscopy and biophysical chemistry, Dr. Sen investigates dynamics across various scales, exploring systems from small molecules to complex biosystems and simple solutions. Dr. Sen's accolades include the Young Scientist Medal from Indian INSA and Young Faculty Research Fellowship from IIT Kanpur, Fellowship of the Royal Society of Chemistry, among others, recognizing his outstanding contributions to the field.
मैं आपको प्रोफेसर सेन से परिचित कराते हुए अत्यंत प्रसन्नता महसूस कर रही हूँ। प्रोफेसर सेन एक विशिष्ट रसायनज्ञ है जिनका अनुसंधान और शिक्षा में गहरा अनुभव है। वे वर्तमान में भारतीय प्रौद्योगिकी संस्थान कानपुर में विद्यार्थी के कल्याण एवं समग्र विकास हेतु डीन के रूप में कार्यरत है, जहां वे छात्रों के हितों और शैक्षणिक प्रशासन में महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभा रहे हैं। प्रोफेसर सेन ने अपने बीएससी और एमएससी की डिग्रियां विश्व भारती विश्वविद्यालय से प्राप्त की और इंडियन एसोसिएशन फॉर द कल्टीवेशन ऑफ साइंस कोलकाता से पीएचडी प्राप्त की है। जापान के राइकन में जेएसपीएस सदस्य के रूप में पोस्ट डॉक्टरल के बाद उन्होंने 2008 में आईआईटी कानपुर के रसायन विभाग में एक संकाय सदस्य के रूप में कार्यभार संभाला। डॉक्टर सेन अल्ट्राफास्ट स्पेक्ट्रोस्कोपी और जैव भौतिकीय रसायन विज्ञान में विशेषज्ञता रखते हैं, जहां वे छोटे अणुओं से लेकर जटिल जैव प्रणालियों और सरल समाधानों तक की गतिकी की जांच करते हैं। उनके पुरस्कारों में भारतीय राष्ट्रीय विज्ञान अकादमी से युवा वैज्ञानिक पदक, आईआईटी कानपुर से युवा संकाय अनुसंधान फेलोशिप और रॉयल सोसाइटी ऑफ केमिस्ट्री की फेलोशिप शामिल है, जो उनके क्षेत्र में उत्कृष्ट योगदान को मान्यता देते हैं।
I now extend a warm invitation to Professor Sen to present the student affairs at IIT Kanpur.
A very good afternoon to all of you, and on my behalf and behalf of the Office of the Dean of Student Affairs, I welcome you all. First of all, I would like to congratulate you as your child has passed the world's toughest examination, JEE Advance. I also congratulate you for making the right decision. Right decision is to send your child at IIT Kanpur. I'm sure that because of your mentorship, your guidance from the last 18 years or so, the wing with the fresh feathers are already there with your child. IIT Kanpur will teach them how to fly. So that's why the IIT Kanpur is very, very important. So some of you asked about the ragging. So I'll start with our stand for ragging in the campus. As Professor Agarwal already said, that we take a zero tolerance towards the ragging. Right? In the last 3 years, we do not have any incident of ragging in the campus. Probably you already have noticed such kind of posters, right? In the hall of residences, in the common places like shopping centers, library, when you're going to visit library, the academic area, you will find such kind of posters. And these posters contains 2 QR codes with which your child can make a complaint in case of he felt that some incidents, whether he is not liking, is not up to the mark, which we treat as a ragging in the campus. So, and along with that, all the different phone numbers are present. I request you to take a snap click of these slides and save these phone numbers for your reference. In case you feel that your child is having any trouble during their stay in the campus, feel free to call either of these numbers and we will respond immediately. So, okay, I'll give some more time for this click. So, in the Dean of Student Affairs office takes care of almost everything apart from the academics of your child while they will be in IIT Kanpur campus. That starts from registration, fee, accommodation, activities other than academics, sports, scholarship, health and well-being, and of course the corrective measures. So the Office of Dean of Student Affairs comprised of Dean, Associate Deans. So we have Professor Shuman Shaurabh with us, who is taking care of the hall-related matters. So he is Associate Dean of Hall Affairs. We have Professor Syed, who is Associate Dean of Student Activities. Then we have 2 officer in charges, who take care of all the related issues, along with 30 staffs, right, who are committed to make the life of your child peaceful during the stay at IIT Kanpur. Of course, you have seen these 2 places, Hall 13 and Hall 4. The boys are staying in Hall 13 and the girls are staying in Hall 4. I do understand the size of the rooms are not big enough or sufficient enough to accommodate 2 girl students in 1 room. But as Professor Agarwal mentioned, that we are now in a serious crunched condition in terms of accommodation. We have already initiated the construction of new hostel. 2 big new hostels are coming up. Part of that will be available, as Professor Agarwal said, next year, and probably in another 2 years' time. I mean, we're going to get 2,000 capacity new hostel. At the time that these crunch situations will be resolved. I'll just give you the number. Right now we have about 9,800 students, but the accommodations what we have in campus is only for 7,900 students. So that's what, I mean, we do not have enough accommodations to keep all our students. And I'm sorry about that, but the situation will improve. Right now, your child is in the first year. That's why they were put in, 2% were put in a single room or 3 in a double room. But in the next year onwards, the situation will going to improve, and in the third year onwards, they will get a single room accommodation. So this is the structure of the hall of residence, which is basically controlled by the wardens. We have 3 wardens in a hostel: warden in charge, mess warden, and maintenance warden. The dean office, along with associate dean of hall affairs, we actually help in managing the hall of residences. So for every stay-related issue, the first contact would be the warden in charge, right? So I also give you the name and the phone number and email ID of the warden in charges. If you'd like, you please take a note of that. The Professor Sarang Ingole is the warden in charge of Hall 13, where the boys are staying. The phone number is displayed over here. And Professor Nagma Parveen is the warden in charge of Hall 4, where the girls are staying. So as you have probably seen that each hall of residences are equipped with mess, canteen, and although Professor Agarwal said that mess food is, of course it's true, the mess food is not as good as food at home, but we try to maintain a very good quality of food. May not be tasty, but quality will be good. So in the mess, and we also have a canteen which is open from 2 p.m. to night 2 a.m. In case your child is busy and somehow missed the dinner, then your child will get some opportunity to have some food after the timing of the mess. Each halls of residences are also equipped with some sports facility. So we also encourage the kids to participate in sports and other activities. So, and other activities, for example, reading room, music room, TV room. We also give some facility like laundry. Each hall of residence is having this laundry facility. That means we only provide the washing machines. So your child may use that facility to wash the clothes and dry it and use it. We also provide RO water in each hall of residence, and also the water cooler. As you have probably noticed, as also Professor Agarwal said, that probably the security is the most efficient unit at IIT Kanpur, and every hall of residence are actually have a controlled access, right? Is a part of the security arrangement. Also, the surveillance is being done for the safety of the residents and their properties. And each hall of residence is also equipped with the fire safety equipments. The question was asked about the physical health issues, that if your ward is being suffered by some medical conditions suddenly, then what to do? We have a fully functional health center with 11 resident doctors, and given a time in a week, at least one doctor will be available in the health center. So in case of any medical emergency problem, I mean, your ward should visit the health center first. In case the doctor feels that the problem cannot be managed within IIT Kanpur Health Center, then the doctor usually referred the person, your kid, to the hospitalization or the outside the city for the specialized OPD. So we have 14 hospitals empaneled in IIT Kanpur, and all the hospitalizations will be covered under insurance. Apart from that, we have dental clinic, ambulance service, 24/7 pharmacy, pathology, in-house pathology, physiotherapy, X-ray, ECG, and dressing. So as I said, that in case of hospitalization, the expenses, the related expenses will be covered under the insurance. So every students are insured, and the insured amount is 1 lakh. And we also have some buffer amount of 1 lakh for several cases. Apart from that, we have 5 cases for critical care mode, where 5 in a year can be given up to 5 lakhs of support under this medical insurance. Remember that this insurance is a pan-India insurance, so if your kid is being hospitalized during the vacation period, you can also avail this facility of this particular insurance program. So, as coming to the extracurricular activity, right? We have several clubs and teams and societies under Student Gymkhana. These are the 4 famous councils under Student Gymkhana. The first is MNC Council, Media and Cultural Council. Under that, we have 14 clubs, starting from music club or arts club or painting club, many, many different clubs. So if your ward like to participate in one of the club, it's free, it's free, so you can always participate and nurture the interest other than the academics. Similarly, we have Science and Technology Council, which consists of 8 clubs, 4 societies and 6 teams. GNS Council, Games and Sports Council, where you have 5 clubs and 6 societies. Academic and Career Councils, where you have 1 group and 6 wings. Apart from that, we have different cells under the President Gymkhana Council, like Community Welfare Cell, Entrepreneurship Cell, Outreach Cell, all those things. So your ward can join any of these cells and nurture their interest. Probably you are aware of that we have like a few festivals at IIT Kanpur. These all festivals are student driven. Director has already talked about Antaragni. So apart from Antaragni, Antaragni is the cultural festival. So apart from Antaragni, we have Tekriti, which is a technical festival, and Udghosh, which is a sports festival, right? So your child can participate all of them or any one of them as per their wish. Apart from the facilities, the sports facilities available at the hall level, we have huge number of facilities available in the institute-wise. So these are the facility, like we have 5 badminton courts, 4 squash courts, 6 tennis courts, 12 TT boards in TT Arena, 2 swimming pools, and so on. The big list is over there. So your ward can avail anything, right, whatever they would like to attend. Some snapshots are here. As you can see here, these are the TT boards in TT Arena, gym, tennis courts, volleyball, this cricket ground, and so on. Now I'd like to tell you about the scholarship, right? So we have varieties of scholarships available at IIT Kanpur, starting from MCM, FBM, free basic mess. And if you see this number, in the last financial year, the number of beneficiaries for MCM scholarship is about 765, and free basic mess is 324, and so on. We have huge number of donor scholarships, almost 150 different donor scholarships, and in the last year, multiple donor scholarship. So in the last year, the total beneficiary is about 237, right? So, and the scholarship amount, for example, in the MCM, the 100% tuition fee waiver plus pocket allowance of 10,000 rupees per annum is given, right? If the family income is less than 6 lakhs and the CPI is more than 6.5 in the first semester. So please avail this scholarship. You should be aware of the available, such kind of a scholarship. And to do that, to make you aware of this scholarship, recently the Student Gymkhana has prepared this scholarship handbook, which is available with your ward. So they have the access to this. So the detailed scholarship, how to apply, the timeline and everything is written in that handbook. So please go through that and then you will get the full idea about the scholarships available at IIT Kanpur. With this, I have a small request to all of you. Very simple request, but it is my earnest request to all the parents that advise your child not to hide their discomfort. If we don't know that what they are suffering from, then we will not be able to help them, whether it's academics, whether it is other than academics. Right? And also, please request your kids to give the accurate information. Because they have to put the information, they have to put the name of the father, mother, phone number of parents, address, and so on. In the last 3 years, being in the system, what I have seen is that many times the kids try to hide. And we do not have much mechanism to control that. So my request to you is that please ask your child to show that which information they have provided to IIT Kanpur system and match whether they have given the correct phone number, correct address, correct name. The reason is very simple. The reason is that suppose your child is ill and we would like to contact you. And after I dial the number given next to the parent's name, father's name, it happened that his own phone started ringing. Because nowadays all the mobile phones are having 2 slots, right? 2 SIM slots. So he gave one as his number and another number as his parent's number. So then it's very difficult for us to reach out, to give you the information, right, in the difficult time. So with this, thank you so much for your attention. We're going to have a question and answer session after this. And if you have any questions, I'll be very happy to clarify during that time. Thank you.
सर, आप अपने ज्ञान और बुद्धिमत्ता को साझा करने के लिए आपका धन्यवाद। छात्रों की भलाई और उनके विकास के प्रति आपका समर्पण वास्तव में सराहनीय है। आपका मार्गदर्शन और समर्थन सभी छात्रों के लिए एक पोषित और समावेशी वातावरण बनाने में महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाता है।
So moving ahead, it gives me immense pleasure to introduce to you Professor Ashwini K. Thakur, Chairperson of the Students Placement Office and a distinguished faculty member of the Department of Biological Sciences and Bioengineering. He plays a key role in shaping the student experience here at IIT Kanpur. Professor Thakur obtained his PhD in 2002 from the CSIR Institute of Microbial Technology. In recognition of his early promise and research acumen, he was awarded the prestigious Alexander von Humboldt Fellowship in 2003. He joined as a faculty member at IITK in 2010, where he has since been engaged in high-impact research and dedicated teaching. In 2023, his sustained academic excellence was acknowledged through 2 notable honors, the CNR Rao Faculty Award and the Excellence in Teaching Award conferred by IIT Kanpur. Professor Thakur also holds multiple patents in nanoparticle therapeutics along with innovations against neurodegenerative diseases and bacterial infections.
मुझे अत्यंत गौरव और प्रसन्नता हो रही है कि मैं आपको परिचित कराने जा रही हूँ प्रोफेसर अश्विनी के ठाकुर से। वे हमारे छात्र प्लेसमेंट कार्यालय के अध्यक्ष एवं जैव विज्ञान व बायो इंजीनियरिंग विभाग के सम्मानित प्रोफेसर हैं। प्रोफेसर अश्विनी कुमार ठाकुर ने वर्ष 2002 में CSIR इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ माइक्रोबियल टेक्नोलॉजी में अपनी PhD उपाधि प्राप्त की। उनके शोध कौशल और वैज्ञानिक प्रतिभा को सम्मानित करते हुए उन्हें वर्ष 2003 में प्रतिष्ठित अलेक्जेंडर वॉन हम्बोल्ट फेलोशिप प्रदान की गई। वर्ष 2010 में उन्होंने भारतीय प्रौद्योगिकी संस्थान कानपुर में शामिल होकर अनुसंधान एवं शिक्षण के क्षेत्र में महत्वपूर्ण योगदान देना प्रारंभ किया। उनकी निरंतर अकादमिक उत्कृष्टता को वर्ष 2023 में 2 प्रतिष्ठित सम्मानों द्वारा मान्यता प्राप्त हुई, CNR राव फैकल्टी अवार्ड तथा एक्सीलेंस इन टीचिंग अवार्ड, जो उन्हें IIT कानपुर द्वारा प्रदान किए गए। साथ ही उन्होंने न्यूरो डिजेनरेटिव बीमारियों और रेडिएंट एंटीबायोटिक्स के लिए नैनो पार्टिकल नवाचारों सहित कई पेटेंट किए हैं। अब मैं हार्दिक आग्रह करती हूँ कि प्रोफेसर ठाकुर हमारे बीच पधारें।
So, thank you very much for the introduction, and I welcome all the parents to this particular induction session. मैंने स्टूडेंट्स तो बहुत फेस किए हैं, लेकिन पेरेंट्स को पहली बार फेस कर रहा हूँ तो थोड़ी घबराहट भी हो रही है. So, I welcome all of you to Students Placement Office. So, what we do basically, and my colleagues have already mentioned that how the journey of your child is going to be in IIT Kanpur. So, our office try to think about your child, that what they will do after IIT Kanpur. And therefore, the question is what next, and that's what our office is going to cater. That could be a corporate career, it can be maybe an academic career, it can be higher studies, it can be research and development, it can be a government service, it can be an entrepreneurship journey your child would like to take. And therefore, our office is going to guide your child and facilitate all the processes and the systems and our networks to cater to their visions and career aspirations. And therefore, our office is going to provide a platform for all the students and the organizations which would like to have your child in place for all the areas where they are aspiring for. So I'm not going to give you details of statistics, how the placement is going to happen, or in the past, or any trends, or how much salary they are going to get, but just highlighting in 3 to 4 slides what we really do. So Students Placement Office serve as I mentioned, it's a dedicated stage for students' career advancement. At SPO, we really nurture the students from the very beginning of their first year, and eventually equip them for their professional journey by bridging the gap between academics and organizations where they are going to seek their career growth. And thus we facilitate career guidance. We try to train them in different kind of skill sets which are required eventually through various workshops. We organize career fests. We also organize networking events with variety of organizations. Then recently we are also trying to achieve international hiring and trying to increase that number for our students. So country-specific efforts are also being made to engage multiple organizations of international repute in our campus. And eventually we would like to organize placements and internship drives, which is an ongoing activity throughout the year. So some examples of our activities. The main is placement opportunities which are given to final year students who are permitted one-time registration for placement during their academic tenure. Internship opportunities, although students can take internship opportunities at any stage of their academic year, but in the SP office, these are generally provided to the pre-final year students. We have a global platform to enhance communication and international interpersonal skills to the students through a very dedicated Toastmasters Club at IIT Kanpur, which is supported by IIT Kanpur alumnus. So otherwise, it has a membership fees, but it is free for all of our students. And then we have, regular sessions on higher education, industry trends, market relevant skills are conducted to prepare our students for, again, the diverse career paths, which I have already mentioned. Our timeline of events generally follows in sort of two main phases, that is internship phase, and then eventually you will see there are two phases of placement. Currently in June and July, we carry out registrations and contact points with different organizations for internship. Then in the August time, we will have interviews for internship, and then we prepare our students for internship drives. And in September to November, we try to have registered students as well as the organizations, so that they can start preparing the students for test and pre-placement talks. And in the December time, we have phase 1 placement interview process started, which goes to phase 2 placement drive from January to May. So essentially we have 2 placement drives in phase 1 and phase 2. So this is the team which is going to work for your child, and it is possible that your child is going to be part of this SPO team. And as you see, almost all the institute members participate in our team, starting from the leadership of the director, chairperson, vice chairperson. We have a career development officer who is a professional in career development of the students, supported by superintendent, assistants. We have, for a specific program, managers in our office. We have also support from all the departments. So we have faculty coordinators from each and every department who tries to connect to all of us to a particular job or a particular job kind of a company. Then it is supported by department student coordinators who caters to SPO team, followed by assistant placement coordinators, overall placement coordinators, and company coordinators. And also, I think in first or second year, they also participate in volunteering to the SPO team. And therefore, around 300 team members, you will be very happy to know, they support SPO team activity, and they try to help your child to be successful after IIT Kanpur. So my suggestion to the parents is that, I have seen and we have seen all the time that career questions should not be only limited to immediate seniors, which students feel that their senior will be knowing each and everything about career prospects of them. That is not true. And we have also seen that there are certain things which students have learned in the coaching centers. In saying that this branch is very good, this branch is not very good, here opportunities are going to be more, so they are worried more on immediate job opportunities rather than career growth in their life. So that also need to be taken care, and whatever you have heard from your neighbors may not be really a true picture that what career path your child is going to have. So therefore, my suggestion is that talk to professionals which we have in our SP office. And more importantly, talk to faculty members. We have 500 plus faculty members who are from different areas of expertise, where they know very well that what are the companies, what are the opportunities, how their fields are going to grow, where the opportunities lies for career growth. So talk to SPO and talk to the faculty members. That becomes very, very essential. And we have seen that students generally avoid that particular thing. So therefore, it is our request to you to guide your child to talk to us. And if you have, many of you will have, I'm pretty sure, network in different organizations. So you also please help us to connect to your organization, your friend, your colleague, to cater to SP office, and therefore together we can make a difference in the lives of our students, and they can make a lasting impact on the world. So with this, I would like to thank all of you for your kind attention and for my short presentation. I will be available here, and if you have any question regarding placement, statistics, field, I will be very, very happy to answer it. Okay? So thank you very much.
Sir, thank you for your time, insights, and guidance. Your contributions are not only valuable to the student community, but also play a vital role in their academic and professional growth. We are truly grateful for your continued support. Now, moving forward, it is my honor to invite our dear Professor Shantanu Mishra, the head of the Institute Counseling Service, ICS, at IIT Kanpur, to provide us with an insightful overview. Professor Mishra pursued his Master's and PhD in Earth Sciences from Jadavpur University, Kolkata. Before joining IIT Kanpur, he held positions as a faculty member and senior scientist at ETH Zurich, Switzerland, and GNS Science, New Zealand. At IIT Kanpur, he is a professor of geophysics in the Department of Earth Sciences, specializing in the physics of earthquakes and materials under extreme conditions. Professor Mishra's contributions have earned him several prestigious awards and recognitions, including the INSA Young Scientist Award and highly prestigious Swan Jayanti Fellowship from the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. He currently leads a national facility of high-pressure temperature research under the Department of Earth Sciences at IIT Kanpur. In his capacity as the head of the Institute Counseling Service, Professor Mishra plays a vital role in ensuring the mental well-being and personal growth of our students. With his expertise and dedication, he nurtures a supportive environment for the IIT Kanpur community. We eagerly await his valuable words and insights.
यह मेरा सौभाग्य है कि मैं आदरणीय प्रोफेसर शांतनु मिश्रा IIT कानपुर के इंस्टीट्यूट काउंसलिंग सर्विस के प्रमुख को आमंत्रित करती हूँ। प्रोफेसर मिश्रा ने जादवपुर विश्वविद्यालय कोलकाता से भूविज्ञान में अपने मास्टर्स और PhD की पढ़ाई की है। IIT कानपुर में शामिल होने से पहले उन्होंने ETH ज़ुरिच, स्विट्ज़रलैंड और GNS साइंस न्यूजीलैंड में संकाय और वरिष्ठ वैज्ञानिक के पदों पर कार्य किया है। IIT कानपुर में वह भूविज्ञान विभाग में प्रोफेसर है और उनका अनुसंधान भूकंपों और चरम परिस्थितियों में पदार्थों के व्यवहार पर केंद्रित है। प्रोफेसर मिश्रा के योगदानों ने उन्हें कई प्रतिष्ठित पुरस्कार और मान्यताएं दिलाई है, जिनमें भारतीय राष्ट्रीय विज्ञान अकादमी द्वारा युवा वैज्ञानिक पुरस्कार और विज्ञान और प्रौद्योगिकी विभाग भारत सरकार से अत्यधिक प्रतिष्ठित स्वर्ण जयंती फेलोशिप शामिल है। वह वर्तमान में IIT कानपुर में उच्च दबाव तापमान अनुसंधान के राष्ट्रीय सुविधा के प्रमुख हैं। अपनी सफल शैक्षणिक करियर के अलावा प्रोफेसर मिश्रा सरोद के एक प्रशिक्षित भारतीय शास्त्रीय संगीतकार भी हैं। इंस्टीट्यूट काउंसलिंग सर्विस के प्रमुख के रूप में प्रोफेसर मिश्रा छात्रों के मानसिक स्वास्थ्य और उनके संतुलित और सकारात्मक विकास के लिए समर्पित है। अपनी विशेषज्ञता और संवेदनशील दृष्टिकोण के माध्यम से वह IIT कानपुर में एक सहायक और स्नेहपूर्ण वातावरण के निर्माण में अहम भूमिका निभाते हैं। इसी के साथ मैं इंस्टीट्यूट काउंसलिंग सर्विस के प्रमुख प्रोफेसर शांतनु मिश्रा को मंच पर आमंत्रित करती हूँ कि वे आकर अपने अनुभवों को साझा करें।
Hello everyone, good afternoon. I believe you are tired and maybe wondering what your kids are doing because you probably know that they are going through an exam or they had an exam. It would go well, don't worry. There is no pass and fail with this exam, and that's probably their first exam. So, as everyone said, congratulations to you all for selecting IIT Kanpur for your kid, number one. And number two, thank you very much for visiting us with your kid. That's really a great pleasure for us. And IIT Kanpur is in general a good host for everyone. When I came here for interview to get a position here, I really appreciated the senior faculty members, the way they welcomed me. We tried our best, and here is our role, that we welcome everyone, and we want everyone to leave us with a greater height. Okay, so for our students, it's their graduation. And as Professor Sen, Professor Day, and our, of course, director, and finally Professor Thakur, they said that there is a process placed, that they join, they do their registration, they pay their fees and things like that. And these are very simple process that they are going to do until 28th, okay? They'll fill up some forms and things like that. And you're so much confused with this. इसमें साइन चाहिए, ये नोटराइज करना है, नहीं है. So don't worry about it. The processes after that are much more complex, tedious, and as Professor Dey said, that it would start in the morning and end up in the evening. And of course, they will enjoy their life, probably at the later in the evening, and so on. So in this entire process, whether we want or we sincerely wish that your kids would have a very smooth journey, our experience says that it doesn't happen always. And it doesn't happen always because of us, because of our society, because of you, because of me, because of everyone. And this is where Institute Counseling Service at IIT Kanpur is placed. We are one of the first, not one of the first, we are the first counseling service that we have in our, what is happening? Yeah, it's the first counseling service in any academic institutes in India. And we are okay to talk about mental health and other things. And we are okay actually to be very informal in doing things. You probably realized one, that a professor, a simple professor who is much younger, can politely tell the director that, sir, there are many other speakers, let's stop. Okay? And that's the freedom we get at IIT Kanpur. We are very informal in things, but at the core of our heart, we are very much sincere in the well-being of our students. And this is probably also at our campus. So one of our guests who came, who actually said that once you enter IIT Kanpur from Kalyanpur and all these other roads, you actually can't realize what is inside. More you come, more you see, and more you fell in love with this campus. So here at IIT Kanpur, we really recognize the importance of mental health, and it is our top priority. And in the next slide, I'll show you why it is so. From the very first day, the student, even before coming to the campus, we get the students in our touch. The student guides, they call your kids. Some were concerned that, "Arey, abhi tak mujhe call nahi aaya," but eventually you get the call. They were waiting for you at the gate to welcome. And you probably have seen their excitement as well. Mere bachchi aa rahi hai, mera bacha aa raha hai, right? And that's beautiful. I sincerely request you, you certainly have their numbers. So the student guides of your kids, keep in touch with them, treat them as one of your family members, and if possible, invite them to your home at one point of time, and yeah, enjoy time with them. And this is how it is, and encourage your kid, those who joined this year, that they should also be student guide in the next year. So that's kind of what we have. We have 3 consultant psychiatrists, and you'll hear from one of them right after my presentation. We have 9 full-time clinical counselors, and they reside on the campus. They are available 24/7, and students generally share their thoughts or any issues with them other than academics. We have faculty guides, and we have 600 plus student volunteers. And these student volunteers, they have different positions in our counseling service system. So they start with at their second year, that is, they become student guide or academic mentors. And then in their third year, they become core team members. So you probably have seen them with this metal ID card. Okay, so that's their special identity. And we have about 22 to 25, that's a general range. We maintain, and at the top, they are fourth year students, and they are selected out of almost each batch, 1,200 students. And they, each and every, these 5 students that we select, they are piece of diamonds. And they are extremely matured. Hello. They are extremely matured. They spend enormous amount of time for the well-being of our students, and this is how and why we can run them. So we have 5, but I can present you only 4. Come on the stage, please. One Prangshu, he is sleeping because so that the event happens today in a greater way. He worked entire night, day as well, but he is sleeping. So they are extremely brilliant and bright students, and they managed the entire show, okay? And they will be managing the entire show in the coming years till they graduate, and then the next batch will come. Thank you very much. And the counselors make their sessions, the student, if they want, they can go through our website, and they can contact the counselors by writing them an email, or they can directly go to our office directly. And counselors also support during their exams and other times. So as you have realized that IIT Kanpur has a brilliant tradition that is kind of grown in-house. So our mentor-mentee system, that is basically Bacha and Bapu or Amma system. And you probably didn't see, so your Bacha or your kid or these Bachas, they have of course Bapu or Amma, but this Bapu or Amma, they also had their Bapus or Amma, okay? So they become Dada, Nani, Pardada, and so on. And then you have Chacha, Chachi. So a beautiful family tree we maintain, and yeah, it's beautiful to see how they interact and work with them. And you had concerns with ragging. So generally second year students do the ragging. That's our intention. But here you saw the second year students are eagerly waiting to receive your student, receive the kid, their bachas, and help them. And that's why we proudly can say that IIT Kanpur is essentially a ragging-free campus. There are some minor incidents, but we take care of that very seriously. Other than that, as Professor Agarwal was saying, and I think there was a question that their academics and things like that. So maybe your kid was a topper in the class till date. But as Professor Agarwal said, from the first day, we have very intense lectures and so on, and some may not cope it up. And for them, we have the academic mentors. They are like our student guides, but they are brilliant students. They scored extremely well, and they understood the subject. So they are here to clear the concepts, prepare the students for the exams, and so on. Okay? So as you can see in these 2 photographs, so the first one, top one is our lecture hall 19, probably, or 20, I don't know. They look similar, and the bottom one is our lecture hall 7. And they are not teachers, they are actually our students. They are academic mentors, and they are taking classes of our students. And the number of students in both classes, you can imagine that how popular and how important these are. So this is how we help our students. And of course, the orientation program, it's designed to create memories and relationships. So that's our airstrip. As I said that we are very good host, and I'm very proud to say that. So next time when you come, you don't have to stay outside. if our guest house, our beautiful guest house is free and available, then you may book it through your ward itself. He or she can book this guest house and you can stay and you can visit these places. We have an airstrip, and if the weather is good and pilot is there on a payment basis, you can actually have a 20 minutes ride over the Kanpur city. So, yeah, that's for you. So you support your child's emotional journey. And here I'd like to say a few things that your kid from the morning, probably the day they joined, they have to pick their breakfast by themselves. They have to have their lunch, they have to have their dinner. There will be no mother to say, take this glass of milk, okay, you may do 2 maths better, 2 math problems better or something like that. They will be on their own. And you don't know whether they are eating the breakfast, what they are eating in the breakfast, or whether they're keeping their breakfast. For the first time, they will handle their own finance. Probably for the first time, they will be in relationships. They will handle relationships. Don't make your eyes bigger. You all had this experience when you were students. Okay? So it's very important that you start explaining them all these things, or you slowly become their friends. And the moment you become their friends, most of the time when you ask the student, should we inform your parents? Nahi sir, bahut डांटेंगे. If that happens, we generally prioritize students' wish. So we cannot inform you. And then you kind of come and tell us, why didn't you tell us? Because we prioritize students. So better you take care and become friends of your kids. They are young adults, but this is the transition time when they will become adult and they need your support. This is very, very important. Okay? And if you have any concerns, this I tell every year, if you know that there is or there are some issues with your kid, please inform us so that we can take care. I tell you that this will be absolutely confidential. Even you don't have to tell me. I'll share some phone numbers and addresses. Please inform them. Because instead of suddenly happening something, it's better we know and we can take precautions way before and properly. So don't hesitate in doing so. Though I tell this each and every year, I hardly receive anything, but then when the event happens, then we get to know, wow, there was something. So this is how you can contact us. That's our website. Every details are there about Institute Counseling Service. That's the phone number. You can call us from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. There are many parents who called maybe from 8 to 10 and then called JE office. And JE office asking your phone number is not working, please check. And I said, our office opens at 11. There are 3 numbers. The first number is handled by Head Counseling Service. That's if there is any administrative issue, you can write there. If there is any mental health related issue, as I said, that if you know your kid has suffered or may be suffering or have some issues, the second email address is the important email address. This is handled by our 9 expert counselors. And if you want to talk to the students, then that's UG_ICS email ID. Other than that, I would like to share you some other important email addresses and phone numbers. Professor Sen has shared already. The boys' hostel, where first year students will stay, is warden in charge. That's an hall office, hall 13 at itk.ac.in, and similarly this. We have 2 emergency numbers which are generally answered 24/7, the health center reception and our security control room. I also request you to note these 2 numbers. And if there is any, so sometimes there is no contact number or there is no number where I can call. Of course, we have probably more than 1,000 numbers, but for you, these 2 numbers are important for various reasons. Okay? And for warden, of course, Professor Sen gave you the mobile numbers of the wardens. But please check the website who is the warden, because we keep changing. Okay? And next year, your ward would go to a different hostel. And if you know the hostel number, then just change the number, rest of the things will remain same. So with this, I think I'm done. That's our team. So I wish you a very safe trip back to your home. Many of you probably would leave tomorrow, some day after tomorrow. There is no official requirement of you to stay here for the purpose of the registration and other things. Okay? I suggested many individually that you go and have a trip with your favorite persons, or your wife, or your husband, or your kid, and enjoy time. Okay? Thank you very much. That's our team. So I request a big round of applause for them. Thank you. The most exciting talk of this session will start now. So please don't leave this room.
We extend our heartfelt appreciation for your presence and enlightening overview of the Institute Counseling Service. Your valuable insights have provided us with a deeper understanding of the immense support and guidance that ICS offers to the students. Thank you very much, sir. Moving on, as sir said, now we have Dr. Alok Bajpai with us to say a few words. Dr. Bajpai is a psychiatrist trained at Nimhans, Bangalore, currently practicing in IIT Kanpur. He focuses on child and adolescent psychiatry, working with various institutes and schools. He also teaches mental health and life skills, and his interests span physics, psychiatry, film, music, literature, as well as teaching.
आज हमारे बीच डॉक्टर आलोक बाजपेयी उपस्थित हैं। उन्होंने बेंगलोर में स्थित निम्हांस से प्रशिक्षण प्राप्त किया है और वर्तमान में कानपुर में प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं। वे बाल और किशोर मनोचिकित्सा में विशेषज्ञ हैं और विभिन्न संस्थानों और विद्यालयों के साथ काम करते हैं। डॉक्टर बाजपेयी मानसिक स्वास्थ्य और जीवन कौशल सिखाते हैं और उनकी रुचियाँ मनोचिकित्सा, भौतिकी, फिल्म, संगीत, साहित्य और शिक्षण तथा तक विस्तारित है। उन्होंने विद्यालयों में कई जागरूकता अभियानों और कार्यशालाओं का नेतृत्व किया है और शिक्षकों को बाल समस्याओं से निपटने के लिए प्रशिक्षित किया है। डॉक्टर बाजपेयी युवा मन के लिए आलोचनात्मक सोच और मस्तिष्क प्रशिक्षण को बढ़ावा देते हैं और नियमित रूप से मानसिक स्वास्थ्य और सामाजिक राजनीतिक विषयों पर लिखते हैं। महात्मा गांधी से प्रेरित होकर डॉक्टर बाजपेयी NR विद महात्मा का आयोजन करते हैं, जो गांधी जी के संघर्ष, समाधान और करुणा के परिवर्तनकारी कौशल पर केंद्रित है। डॉक्टर बाजपेयी पिछले 2 दशकों से IIT कानपुर से जुड़े हुए हैं और हमारे परिसर में कई जागरूकता अभियानों और कार्यशालाओं के आयोजन में महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाते हैं।
हेलो, गुड आफ्टरनून। ये बच्ची बहुत अच्छी है, इससे मैंने आते ही पूछा कि चैट GPT से अनुवाद किया है कि खुद किया है, तो इसने कहा खुद किया है। तो हिंदी पढ़ते ही रहना ज़रूरी। एनीवे, सो मैं डॉक्टर आलोक बाजपेयी हूँ, साइकियाट्रिस्ट हूँ, और आप लोग ये सवाल पूछ सकते हैं कि जब सारी कहानी ख़त्म हो गई तो साइकियाट्रिस्ट की ज़रूरत क्या है। लेकिन 2 वजह हैं। एक तो ये है कि so whatever you don't understand in Hindi, please, I know a little bit of English, so I can translate that as and when you say. So 2 वजह हैं कि every year my good friends, Shantanu and my counseling service, they give me the dirty job. And the dirty job is कि आप लोगों का सुबह से कई बार स्वागत हुआ होगा आपका, वेलकम एंड ये, तो मुझे वेलकम और बाय बाय करने के लिए खड़ा कर देते हैं लोग। और ज्ञान भी आप लोगों को बहुत प्राप्त हो गया होगा आज। तो कहते हैं आदमी की ज़िंदगी के फेजेस होते हैं, शादी के बाद, पेरेंट्स से, रिलीजन से, एजुकेशन से, बच्चों से। जब बच्चे आते हैं ऐसी जगह पे तो इतनी नई सारी चीज़ें आपको जो पता चली जो आईआईटी के सिस्टम में नहीं है, तो इट्स अ लर्निंग फॉर यू ऑल। तो आप लोगों की भी ग्रोथ हो गई है थोड़ी, एम आई राइट? हाँ, लेकिन मैं समझ सकता हूँ इस वक्त आप लोगों का दिमाग मेरी बातों में लग नहीं रहा होगा। नहीं लग रहा है, वो सच है। वो इसलिए है क्योंकि एक तो खुशी है आपको कि आपका राजकुमार और राजकुमारी आईआईटी कानपुर का हिस्सा बन गए, लेकिन आपका दिल यहाँ पे बैठा है कि राजकुमार और राजकुमारी को छोड़ के जाना पड़ रहा है वापस। तो आप लोग थोड़ा इमोशन और बुद्धि के बीच में तैर रहे हैं इस वक्त, एम आई राइट? तो छोड़ो फिर बातें बंद करते हैं यार, आराम से बच्चों से मिलो, घर जाओ। नहीं ऐसा नहीं करते हैं, थोड़ा सा कुछ रियलिटी टेस्टिंग कर लेते हैं, ठीक है? आप लोग चाहते क्यों आपका बच्चा आईआईटी आए? मतलब एक सामाजिक बीमारी है, देयर इज अ इलनेस फॉर लास्ट 20 years एंड द सामाजिक बीमारी इज, इफ यू आस्क एनी किड कि क्या करना है, नो किड इन दिस कंट्री विल एवर से कि उसको इंजीनियर बनना है। सब कहते हैं आईआईटी जाना, इतनी तो आईआईटी है भी नहीं जितने इंजीनियर बनते हैं भारत में। तो दैट अपार्ट, सो व्हाई डिड यू वांट दैट योर सन शुड कम टू आईआईटी, सन और डॉटर शुड कम टू आईआईटी? कोई सही जवाब नहीं है इसका। बिकॉज दे वांटेड, अच्छा, और groomed at the best place, exposure, brand, okay, वाह, शाबाश, और प्रेस्टिजियस इंस्टीट्यूशन। लेकिन हायर सैलरी किसने बोला? आपसे बड़ा सत्यवादी कोई है नहीं धरती पे, यही सच है, यही सच है। आज से बाकी सब माया है, ये भी माया है लेकिन जो बड़ी माया है। आज से 2-3 साल पहले जब पूछते थे तो लोग कहते थे नहीं अच्छा सिटीजन बनाना है। आप में से कितने अपने बच्चों को चाहते हैं कि वो आईआईटी में आ गए हैं तो अच्छे सिटीजन बन जाएंगे? कितने लोग हैं? हाथ उठाइए। इस कंट्री का भविष्य बहुत खराब है भाई, 5-6 हाथ उठे बस। ये 5-6 लोगों के बच्चे सिटीजन बनेंगे, बाकी अमेरिका भाग जाएंगे सब। तो जो कहता था सिटीजन बनाना, मैं उससे कहता था अच्छा सिटीजन बनने के लिए भारत में 150 करोड़ लोगों की पॉपुलेशन में सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज क्या है? सैक्रिफाइस। एम आई राइट? अगर भारत में 150 करोड़ लोग एक दूसरे को जगह दे के नहीं रहेंगे तो वायलेंस होगी। तो इसलिए अच्छा सिटीजन बनने के लिए यू हैव टू स्टेप आउट ऑफ योर सेल्फ एंड गिव स्पेस, राइट? यू एग्री और नॉट? तो अपने बच्चों को पहली चीज तो ये सिखाओ कि एक कमरे में 3 बच्चे होते हैं, तमीज से रहें वहां पे। ये ज्यादा रोना धोना ना बचाएं कि 2 चाहिए और सिंगल रूम चाहिए और ये सब। वो जब होगा सिंगल रूम मिल जाएगा। पहला तो ये एक्सपोजर का पहला स्टेप तो ये है, ठीक है? जब वो शेयर करेंगे तब अच्छा रहता है, क्योंकि अलग अलग जगह से लोग आते हैं, अलग अलग सोशियो इकोनॉमिक स्टेटस से आते हैं। यहाँ पे ऐसे बच्चे भी हुए हैं जो कुछ अमीर घर से आए थे, उनके जो रूममेट्स थे दे वर पुअर, and this kid did not buy a new jeans for 4 years because he said कि अगर मेरे लिए ले रहे हो तो मेरे 2 दोस्तों के लिए भी लो। बहुत सिंपल। लेकिन यहाँ पे ऐसा भी हुआ है कि एक पेरेंट ने मुझसे कहा कि एसी क्यों नहीं है? तो मैंने कहा बड़ी अच्छी बात है, अपने बेटे के लिए क्या हर कमरे में आप लगवा दीजिए, विल बी वेरी हैप्पी। भेजो, सब बच्चों को हम एसी में रख देंगे, बिजली तो फ्री है अपनी, क्या प्रॉब्लम है? लेकिन वो चले गए फिर उसके बाद। तो पहला तो ये सेक्रीफाइस है। दूसरा ये कि जब आपके राजकुमार और राजकुमारियाँ 24 घंटे आपकी पलकों में रह रहे थे और हर चीज़ उनको अवेलेबल थी, सुबह की चाय पानी दूध, रात में खाना, और कुछ तो परिवार तक टूट गए कोटा के चक्कर में। सो न्यू मैरिटल हैप्पीनेस इज कि बेटा कोटा चला जाए, तो बीवी भी पति से मुक्त होकर आराम से रह रही है, कौन चटेगा, तो 20 साल से चट रहे थे, हटाओ इसको। तो ये कई शादियां बच गई इस चक्कर में। लेकिन अब प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि अब उनको छोड़ना पड़ेगा, आप तो यहाँ रह नहीं सकते हो। तो सबसे दूसरा इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेप आएगा कि व्हाट शांतनु सेड, दैट दे विल बी ऑन देयर ओन। तो अब सुबह उठना, और जिस समय में मोबाइल नहीं था उस समय सब सुबह उठते थे खुद, लेकिन अब आप चूंकि एक्सटेंडेड हो मोबाइल से, तो आई एम श्योर सब लोग जगाओगे सुबह अपने बच्चों को, है ना। 4-5 फ़ोन तो करोगे कि नाश्ता किया कि नहीं किया, कि खाना किया कि नहीं किया, है ना। लेकिन मेरी एक आपसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि ये हफ्ता 10 दिन करिएगा, फिर ये हरकत बंद कर दीजिएगा अपनी। आप कितना भी मिस कर रहे हो, अगर किसी का दूसरा बच्चा हो तो जाके उसके प्राण पीजिए आप। दूसरा बच्चा ना हो तो अपनी ज़िंदगी पे ध्यान दो, अपने लिए कुछ करो जाके। समय मिल गया खाली समय, माताएं अपना कुछ म्यूज़िक पढ़ाई लिखाई, MA PhD कुछ करो, ये सब बंद करो, ये सब हरकतें। वाई? बिकॉज आप थोड़े समय तो कर लोगे ये, बट जैसे जैसे बच्चा यहाँ पे रहेगा वो इंडिपेंडेंट होता जाएगा, और इंडिपेंडेंट होना भी चाहिए। ये इसलिए मैं कह रहा हूँ क्योंकि आप लोग जो US और यूरोप में रहे हैं वो जानते होंगे कि वहाँ एक स्टेज के बाद बच्चे छोड़ दिए जाते हैं, अपने फैसले खुद करते हैं। हमारे यहाँ 80 साल का बुढ़ा भी अपने फैसले नहीं करता। 80 साल के बूढ़े की अगर 100 साल की माँ भी जिंदा होगी तो उसकी 70 साल की बीवी से पूछ रही होगी कि दूध पिला दिया कि नहीं पिला दिया। ये हमारे घरों से शुरू होता है। आप 18 साल तक डिसाइड नहीं करने दे रहे हैं उसको, and suddenly the kid is left. But most of the kids, all of us learned how to decide, provided you. So citizen बनने के लिए पहला sacrifice, दूसरा independent objective thinking. वो objective thinking खुद decision लेने से आती है। So make them responsible. We'll make them responsible, don't worry. लेकिन आपकी मदद के बिना नहीं होगा। तो आप शुरू में तो ज़्यादा फ़ोन करेंगे, लेकिन थोड़े दिन बाद मेरी एक सलाह है, रात में एक फ़ोन करके पूछा करिए, हाय हेलो, जिंदा हो, ठीक हो, खा पी रहे हो, मस्त है, पढ़ रहे हो, चलो बढ़ो। लेकिन करेंगे नहीं आप लोग, जैसे हंस रहे हैं ना आप, मुझे कोई उम्मीद नहीं है कि ऐसा होने वाला है। और अभी आप लोग झटका खाएंगे 3 महीने बाद, जब पहला रिजल्ट आएगा। तो आज कई बार एवरेजिंग की बात हो चुकी है, तो मार्क्स उसके एवरेज आ जाएंगे, शायद फेल भी हो जाए। पहली बार में तो फेल हो जाते हैं लोग, मेडिकल कॉलेज में भी होता था ये। क्योंकि आप ये समझिए, आपका राजकुमार राजकुमारी अपने स्कूल के टॉपर थे, यहाँ सब टॉपर हैं, यहाँ सब टॉपर हैं। तो एवरेज मार्क हो जाएंगे, वो 10 में 9 भी ले आएगा। और अभी मुझे एक बच्चे ने एक स्लाइड दिखाई थी, किसी सर्वे में पूछा कि 10 पॉइंट्स आर द मैक्सिमम, हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू एक्सपेक्ट कि किड शुड गेट 10? 55% पीपल। अच्छा, माँ बाप तो है ही ऐसे, बच्चे भी ऐसे ही हैं। सीरियसली 10 पॉइंट करोगे क्या? 10 पॉइंट का उसके बाद क्या करोगे? एवरेजिंग होगी, अपने बच्चे को डांटिएगा नहीं। ज़्यादातर लोग ऐसे ही होते हैं, हम सब ऐसे ही गुजरे हैं ज़िंदगी से, लेकिन ज़्यादातर जब गिरते हैं, चोट खाते हैं, सब ठीक हो जाते हैं। और उनको संभालने के लिए उनके दोस्त तो सीनियर और बच्चे अच्छे होते हैं। आप वैसे भी क्या पढ़ा लोगे यहाँ आके? अगर वो आपसे 4 सवाल पूछ देगा फिजिक्स से, गिर पड़ोगे आप, खत्म किस्सा। कहता है मेरे बाप बताओ दो भाई, लो स्कूल खत्म, स्कूल खत्म हो गया। तो टेल देम दैट सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ आपको उनको बतानी है कि क्लास ना छोड़ें, क्लास ना छोड़ें। बस क्लास छोड़ने से सबसे बड़ी गड़बड़ शुरू होती है। क्लास ना छोड़ें, पढ़ें, 10 पॉइंट्स और 5 पॉइंट्स, इन सब का प्रेशर हटाइए। और हमारे भाई अश्विनी जो बता गए, इस पर भी ध्यान मत दीजिए। प्लेसमेंट जब आएगा तब आएगा। अभी तो मैं अभी कहने वाला था कि ये बता दो भैया कि ये फर्स्ट ईयर की कहानी नहीं, 3rd ईयर की कहानी है। नहीं, सब अभी शुरू हो जाएंगे। कि बेटा 6 महीने हो गए, प्लेसमेंट का क्या हुआ? तो आप अश्विनी जी का नंबर नोट कर लीजिए, यही बताएंगे क्या हुआ सबको. But IIT gives a good opportunity, not only to become a good engineer and a good student and good academician, but also to become good human beings. Because sharing, tell your kids to enjoy life. There are a lot of clubs, lot of extracurricular activities. तो 2 ही 3 तरह के बच्चे IIT में आते हैं. एक तो वो आते हैं डरे सहमे किताबी कीड़े जो वैसे ही निकल जाते हैं, उनका कुछ आता पता नहीं रहता. एक दो आते हैं वो बर्बाद हो जाते हैं. ये बर्बाद लोग दुनिया में बहुत बड़े बड़े काम करते हैं. ये बर्बाद जो हो जाते हैं वो CEO बनते हैं, सिनेमा बनाते हैं, मल्टी मिलियन वो सब बनाते हैं. एक बड़ा परसेंटेज बच्चों का अच्छा होता है जिनकी पर्सनालिटी चेंज हो जाती है, आउट गोइंग हो जाते हैं, कम्युनिकेशन स्किल बढ़ जाती है. बट इट ऑल डिपेंड्स. So give them freedom and give them responsibility also. So their 24 hours is their responsibility. ये सिखाइए. ठीक? अपसेट होने से, फेल होने से, इन सब बातों से डरने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. राइट? और उनको बता के जाइए कि ज़िंदगी में कोई भी दिक्कत हो तो काउंसलिंग सर्विस है, टीचर्स हैं, दोस्त हैं, मन में रख के ना बताएं, अपने आंसू ना बहाएं, वो हम लोग को बता दें तो हम लोग हेल्प कर देंगे. राइट? आपको जाते समय आखिरी विदा जब आप लेंगे ना गले लग के यहाँ, तो अपने आंसू जरा कंट्रोल में रखिएगा. हाँ, अभी थोड़ी देर में चाय पिला रहे हो उन लोगों को ना, जो रोना धोना वो यहीं कर लीजिएगा. मिलते समय उनको बोलना खाओ पियो मस्त रहो, अपने खाने का ख्याल रखो, क्लास अटेंड करो, कोई दिक्कत हो बात कर लो दोस्तों से, टीचर से, काउंसलिंग से, जिससे भी, और कह दो हम लोग फ़ोन करते रहेंगे, लेकिन आज के बाद ना तुम मेरा दिमाग ख़राब करो ना मैं करूँगा. वैसे आप ही लोग ज़्यादा ख़राब करोगे, वो नहीं करेंगे. वो समझ जाएंगे हफ्ते भर में कि हो गया बॉस, लाइफ मस्त है. Seriously, that is a routine thing which will be for everybody. अब जैसे शांतनु ने कहा था कि बच्चे बड़े हो रहे हैं, सब 17-18 के हैं, हार्मोनल सर्ज बढ़ेगी और तरह तरह के एक्सपीरियंस होंगे, तो बदमाशी भी करेंगे बच्चे, कभी कभी नहीं भी पढ़ेंगे, कभी फेल होंगे, कुछ दोस्तियाँ हो जाएंगी, मोहब्बतें हो जाएंगी, कुछ टूटेंगी मोहब्बतें, फिर उनके दिल भी टूटेंगे, फिर रोएंगे, फिर ऐसा होगा सर्कस. थोड़ी बदमाशी भी करेंगे वो, कभी कभी हो सकता है बियर भी चेक कर लें. अरे हाँ भाई बिक रही हो, मैं क्या करूँ उसके लिए, बियर तो बिक ही रही है दुनिया में. तो ये सब करेंगे तो माएँ जो है ना, हाँ मत करना, ये क्या कर दिया मेरे बेटे ने, बियर पी लिया, लड़की से दोस्ती हो गई उसकी. सीरियसली, यहाँ तो लड़कों के माँ बाप हिंदुस्तान में, दिस इज 2025 एंड दिस इज ब्लडी सिली. लड़कों के माँ बाप नहीं, लड़कियों के माँ बाप भी कहते हैं कि चक्कर हो गया इसका. मैं सोचता चक्कर का मतलब क्या है, कोई माँ बाप नहीं बता पाता मुझे चक्कर का मतलब क्या है. ये सब कहानियां बंद करो, हो गई. इस भारत से सब कहानियां हटा दो. यही मैं कह रहा हूं, आपका बच्चा यहां से क्या बन के निकलेगा इस बात पर निर्भर करेगा. तो आप लोगों के लिए गोल्डन अपॉर्चुनिटी है टू अपनी लाइफ का स्तर चेंज करने का. आप अपनी बुद्धि खोलिए और देखिए दुनिया और क्या हो रही है, तो आप भी ग्रोथ कर सकते हैं बच्चों के साथ. सो हैव अ ओपन डायलॉग विद देम. अगर आप ओपन डायलॉग रखेंगे, चाहे फ़ोन पे चाहे मिल के, तो बच्चा आपसे यहाँ की ज़िंदगी शेयर करेगा, वो आपकी भी लर्निंग होगी, है ना. तो गर्म दूध, दाल अच्छी है कि नहीं है, कि मेस का खाना अच्छा है कि नहीं है, ये सब चक्करों मत पड़ो. वो दाल अच्छी नहीं होगी बाहर खा लेगा, आप माल भेजो बस. मेस का खाना अच्छा नहीं लग रहा, पैसा भेजो, वो पिज्ज़ा ऑर्डर करके खाएगा अपना आराम से, उसको क्या है. तो आप लोग जाओ ज़्यादा पैसा कमाओ आप जाके. तो मेरा ख्याल ये सब आपकी चिंताएं होंगी कि हमारे बच्चे का क्या होगा. और बाकी कुछ सवाल मुझे पता लगा कि डॉक्टर मरीन से आप लोगों ने पूछ ही लिए थे, बच्चे की सिक्योरिटी और मेंटल हेल्थ के लिए हम लोग बैठे हुए हैं, लेकिन मेंटल हेल्थ पूरे देश की खराब है. तो जब अच्छी होगी तो इनकी भी अच्छी हो जाएगी. पर आईटी के अंदर मेंटल हेल्थ शहर के बाहर से ज़्यादा अच्छी है, दिल्ली शहर से ज़्यादा अच्छी है. अच्छी इसलिए कि एनक्लोज्ड है, एक सिस्टम है. तो अगर कोई भी बच्चा यहाँ पे सिस्टम में रहता है और बहुत ज़्यादा आउट ऑफ द वे कुछ नहीं करता, तो लार्जली लाइफ पीसफुल रहती है. और बाकी बातों के लिए हम लोग हैं, नंबर है, मेरा नंबर भी आप कहीं पे भी डाल दोगे मिल जाएगा. एंड यू कैन ऑलवेज टॉक टू अस. कोई स्पेसिफिक वरी हो, किसी के बच्चे को कोई दिक्कत हो पहले से, तो मेरी एक सलाह उससे कह के जाइए कि जब सेशन शुरू हो जाए दे शुड कम एंड टॉक टू अस. मुझे इनमें से किसी को भी. बाकी मस्त रहिए, अपने दिल पे काबू करिए. 2-3 दिन रो वो लीजिएगा जाके. अब करोगे ही तो माँ बाप हो तो क्या करोगे उसमें. लेकिन ये सब हम सब, मैं एक तजुर्बे से बता रहा हूँ, हम सबके साथ होता है. वो माँ बाप का दिल जो है वो यहाँ रखा रहता है. लेकिन बच्चों को तो अब छोड़ना पड़ेगा आपको. और अगर कुछ और स्पेसिफिक चीज़ें हो तो हम लोग बता सकते हैं. तो मैं बात इतनी सी करता हूँ, आप लोगों को कुछ पूछना हो, कोई शंका हो, दिल से. दिमाग वाली तो आप दिन भर ज्ञान प्राप्त कर ही चुके हो, है कि नहीं. ज्ञान बढ़ गया कि नहीं. आज नए नए अंग्रेजी भी सीख गए होगे, इधर हिंदी के शब्द वब्द दाएं बाएं भूल जाना सब जाके. सीरियसली भूल जाना, कुछ इसमें रखा नहीं. तब पूछिए, कुछ पूछना हो, कुछ कहना हो. हाँ. भैया बस फर्क इतना है, वो लेता है माल, उसका मैं फ्री में कर रहा हूँ, ये पैसे से देते नहीं मुझे. अगले अच्छा तुमने बता दिया रीटा, अगली बार से बिल भेजूंगा मैं सबका हूँ. नहीं भाई, कुछ भी मन में हो आपके, जो आपको शंका हो, डर हो कुछ. लड़कियां सेफ हैं कि नहीं है, किसी के मन में डर है. लड़कियां बहुत सेफ हैं आजकल. लड़कियां बवाल काट रही भाई. अब बीवियां हत्या कर रही हैं. कौन लड़कियां काट काट के ड्रम में, कनस्तर में. लड़कियों के बारे में चिंता मत करो, लड़कों की चिंता करो. वो सीसी हो रहे हैं आजकल. कैंपस बहुत सेफ है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, सिक्योरिटी रहती है, मस्त रहते हैं सब यहाँ पे. दिस इज अ वेरी हैप्पी प्लेस एक्चुअली, a very happy place. Now, why does happiness reduce? वो इसलिए कम होती है क्योंकि बाहरी दुनिया की जो टेंशन और एंजाइटी बढ़ गई ना दौड़ भाग की पूरे भारत में. वैसे तो सारी दुनिया में है, लेकिन पूरे भारत को एक बीमारी हो गई बहुत बड़ी. क्या हो गई? हम लोग जब बच्चे थे तो हम लोग बह रहे थे जीवन में कि भैया डॉक्टर बनना, इंजीनियर बनना, बन गए तो बन गए, ना बनते कुछ और कर लेते. जो करना वो आनंद के लिए कर रहे थे. तो आनंद में ही इतने दुख हो जाते थे हम लोगों को. आजकल हम लोगों ने बच्चों पे प्रेशर बहुत डाल रखा है कि एज इफ लाइफ में गेन नहीं करोगे तो क्या हो जाएगा, खत्म हो जाएगी दुनिया. खत्म तो हो ही जाएगी, खत्म तो है ही. यहाँ जितने बैठे हैं सब खत्म ही है. डेट नहीं पता आपको. बस बताओ 100 साल बाद हम में से कौन बैठा होगा यहाँ पे, पता है किसी को? तो सब खत्म है. जब खत्म ही है तो खेलो. लेकिन हम अपने बच्चों को सिखा नहीं रहे. आप 6ठी 7वीं से उनका दिमाग खराब कर रहे हो कि IIT JEE. वो खुद पागल हो गया 9वीं 10वीं में आके. मैं इसलिए कह रहा हूं कि हम आगे वाले भविष्य के लिए, लेकिन ये मजाक में सीरियस बात कह रहा हूं मैं, हम लोग पूरी एक जनरेशन को सेल्फ सेंटर्ड बनाए दे रहे हैं. उसके जिम्मेदार आप लोग हैं सब. आप कहते हैं 9वीं से लेके 12वीं तक दादी तुम्हारी मर जाए बेटा, तुम कोटा में पढ़ते रहो क्योंकि तुम्हें JEE का एग्जाम लेना है, हम देख लेंगे. नहीं, अब उनको प्रोफेशनल लाइफ में जाना है. अब वो जो करेंगे, वो अगर नेशन बिल्डिंग भी करनी है, नेशन को हटा दो. इफ यू डोंट बिलीव इन बाउंड्रीज, बिलीव इन ह्यूमैनिटी. बिकॉज दे आर गोइंग इन अ वर्ल्ड विच विल बी फेसिंग चैलेंजेस फ्रॉम AI, जहाँ पे ऑटोमेशन से जॉब नहीं होंगे, 50 तरह के झंझट होंगे. तो ह्यूमन माइंड को सोचना पड़ेगा. तो हमें ये बड़ा अच्छा मौका है जिसमें बच्चे सेल्फ से थोड़ा निकल के दे शुड कनेक्ट विद अदर पीपल. बट दिस इज व्हाट यू हैव टू टेल देम. तो बच्चों से ये कहिए आप पढ़ो, आनंद में ज्ञान प्राप्त करो. पहले प्लेसमेंट ठाकुर साहब करवा देंगे सबका. ज्ञान प्राप्त करो. ज्ञान आता है आनंद से. ज्ञान चूहों की तरह दौड़ने से नहीं आता. तो गेन ओरिएंटेड लाइफ के बजाय दे शुड लर्न टू लिव. ऑलराइट.
Yeah. So.
Anything they want to ask?
Yeah. So of course we have Dr. Bajpayee here. Thank you as always. So Dr. Bajpayee has been taking care of the mental health of our students since last 25 years, and he's
मेरी मेंटलिटी ठीक है अभी इसके बावजूद भी.
So we are somehow coming to the end of this session, and we have Professor Ashok Dey, Dean of Academic Affairs, Professor Pratik Sen, Dean of Student Affairs. If you have any questions to them or to Dr. Bajpayee, I request you. So we have about 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes. Yes, ma'am. Please help.
ये दे दो.
Sir. Please make your question very brief. That would be helpful for us. Yep.
Yeah. Sir, this side, on your right.
Hello.
Sir.
I just wanted to check if there is any language club in the campus.
We don't have specifically any club, but we have a center, and the kids will actually learn about it. That's a part of the orientation program. So we have a Shivani center where they actually help students with their languages and other things. But that's it.
Okay.
Yes, other than that, of course, we have some foreign languages, some trainings and language classes that go on the campus by experts.
Thank you.
Good evening, sir. This side.
Yeah.
Yeah. For commuting of kids, if they want to travel to airport or railway station, does IIT Kanpur provide any facility? Because
No.
for students, girl students especially, because we are worried kind of, because this is the first time they are out. So
So first of all, as Dr. Bajpayee said, IIT Kanpur itself is extremely safe inside the campus, outside as well. I don't remember, Dr. Bajpayee is much more experienced, that something has happened. So students go there, and I tell you, there are many WhatsApp groups. Even I post there if I am coming from airport to here or going from here to airport or here to station. Of course, I take a car, so I post in that group that I'm going by a car, I have 3 seats left, if someone wants to join, join. So there is a WhatsApp group.
Okay. Yeah.
IIT Kanpur car or taxi, auto, everything. So they manage by themselves, don't worry about it.
So good to know that, sir. I didn't know about this WhatsApp group and also I think kids would know eventually. So, okay. Thank you very much.
Hello, sir. First of all, I really want to say a very big thank you to all the students. 3 दिन से मैं देख रही हूँ सवेरे 6 बजे से ये लोग खड़े हैं. Like the whole team, all of you जो इधर है या नहीं है, उन सबको बहुत सारा धन्यवाद हमारी सबकी तरफ से. And I wish कि हमारे बच्चे भी आगे जाके ऐसा कुछ करें.
Thank you. They will do it.
Sir, one question. जब मैंने when I saw these photographs, the classrooms, they are mainly for those people who are right-handed. My child is a left-handed person. तो उसके लिए वो सीट में लिखने के लिए
Professor, they
अच्छा, there are seats for left-handed people as well? I'm sorry? Okay, okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Madam, I just tell you that, okay, we have that facility, but if we don't have, okay, then we fix it immediately.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So don't worry about it.
Good evening, sir. Thank you for having us as parents here. I have a very quick question. Any knowledge temple like this doesn't conclude by itself without celebrating their alumni. Various leaderships around the world are born and brought up here. And I have one suggestion to include such success stories here for the parents as well in the counseling services. And the second one is, I think we all know how Oxfords and Imperials even connect the alumni by even dictating them to, give their part of their earnings and part of their, accumulated wealth for their institution. So how is our institution
I get your
doing?
question. So we have like Dean of Student Affairs, Then Dean of Academic Affairs, we also have a Dean, Dora, Dean of Resources and Alumni. And that office will also speak with the students. So this is just the beginning, okay? So till 30th of July, the students will hear from different corners of this institute. So not only alumni team, but also from gender cell, then they already heard from student gymkhana, then they will heard from cybersecurity, they will hear our startup and incubation. So all these things the students will be exposed. Other than that, the Dean of Resources and Alumni will have a special session with them later, where some of our notable alumni will be connected with them. And we also have a program by Dean of Resources and Alumni that is Give It Back. So our alumni actually help them to get internship, get training, and get some other facilities and so on. So we are extremely and strongly connected with our alumni. And as I offered that you may come to our campus, and if the guest house is empty, but it's our alumni, they come so frequently to our campus that most of the time guest houses are occupied, even we don't get it. So we are, that's on a lighter note, but we are very strongly connected with our alumni.
नमस्ते सर. गुड इवनिंग सर. मैं श्याम प्रकाश चतुर्वेदी झांसी से 2019 में पहली बार यहाँ आने का अवसर हुआ था. उस समय भी माननीय वाजपेयी जी, उस समय चूंकि बेटा बहुत सीधा साधा था मेरा और 129 ऑल इंडिया रैंक आई थी, तो कंप्यूटर साइंस मिला था, तो थोड़ी चिंताएं थी, थोड़ा शंकाएं थी कि बेटा कैसे यहाँ ऐसे माहौल पर कर पाएगा. तो उस समय जो वाजपेयी जी ने जो आश्वासन दिया था ऐसे ही कि यहाँ पे सब कुछ होगा, तो सारी शंकाएं मेरी दूर हो गई थी. और आज बेटी है 6 साल बाद, तो अब तो खैर बात करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. और मेरी दो बातें हैं, दो बिंदु हैं मुख्य रूप से.
Do you have any question? So please ask the question.
दो क्वेश्चन है सर. पहला क्वेश्चन ये है कि इस कैंपस में जब आते हैं तो ढेर सारे पेरेंट्स को टैक्सी के अभाव में, किसी की ट्रेन है, किसी की बस है, तो उस कंडीशन में ऑटो या टैक्सी नहीं मिल पाती है सर. तो मैंने काफी लोगों को चहलकदमी करते हुए, घबराते हुए, अपनी चिंताएं जाहिर करते हुए देखा है. तो पहली तो समस्या ये है कि यहाँ पे ऐसे सेशन के दौरान कुछ टैक्सी या ऑटो का बंदोबस्त किया जाए प्रचुर मात्रा में, जिससे कि पेरेंट्स जो देश के कोने कोने से आए हैं, वो उन्हें यहाँ की भौगोलिक परिस्थिति से ज्यादा जानकारी नहीं है. कभी कभी गूगल मैप भी धोखा दे जाता है इन सकरी गलियों में. दूसरा,
I got your question. I will answer it. What is the second question?
जी सर. नहीं सर. दूसरा सर, एक बिंदु ये है, बस एक बिंदु और सर, एक बिंदु सर ये है कि जो फीस का पेमेंट करना है, 1.5 लाख से ऊपर फीस जो है, तो यूपीआई की जो लिमिट है सर, तो वो 1 लाख रुपए तक है. तो उसमें दिया है, बेटी बता रही थी कि पार्शियली फीस जमा नहीं कर सकते. तो ऐसे में कुछ पेरेंट्स से मेरी बात हुई है, उसमें पीड़ित एक मैं भी हूं. तो मैं ये चाहता हूं कि ऐसी व्यवस्था की जाए कि यदि पार्शियली 2 दिन के अंदर, 3 दिन के अंदर फीस का भुगतान किया जाए, कर दिया जाए, तो पेरेंट्स को कुछ आसानी हो सकती है.
We got both
Thank you,
questions.
sir.
The first question I am answering, and second question I will kind of hand over to Professor Sen. So yes, we have this issue on the campus of internal transport to outside, but it's somehow lucky we are that we now this year you all entered through our main gate. In the previous years, parents or students, their reporting gate was at the back, that we call Shivli gate, and we had to change it because we have now metro from Kanpur station to IIT Kanpur. And because of this, we expected that many students and parents, they will come through the metro, and that's why we had to let them enter through that gate. And the same thing will happen tomorrow. There will be 1600 PG students. All our PG students, postgraduate students will report tomorrow. So if you have any plan to come tomorrow, you'll see the campus is even more crowded. So the scarcity of the cabs and autos and taxis would be there. So plan accordingly. And second question, I'm I'm asking Professor Sen to reply. One time UPI pay.
Yeah, I'll look into that whether this installment payment can be done, and we'll send the email accordingly.
हेलो नमस्ते सर मेरा एक छोटा सा प्रश्न ये है कि जैसा अभी डॉक्टर वाजपेयी जी ने भी बताया था कि फ्यूचर में एआई आने वाला है तो मेरा प्रश्न ये है कि जो नॉन कोर ब्रांचेस मतलब कोर ब्रांचेस है अदर देन सीएसई उनमें हम एआई के कुछ कोर्सेज को आगे मतलब बच्चों को कैसे इक्विप करेंगे कैसे पढ़ाएंगे क्या इसका कोई प्राविधान है
Professor Dey or Professor Sen? Yeah.
So, that AI school which is coming up, so they are going to offer courses and plan is that next academic year we will have a compulsory course for the first year students. And then apart from that, there are plenty of electives which are offered in the system. That's where the flexibility comes. Students can take those courses as an electives. So that provision is already there. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening, sir. My question is also on the AI side only because AI is changing the entire world, right? So my question here is, so how exactly IIT Kanpur is planning to be top on the top of the game? Because every year, no, not only every year, every 6 months, the AI landscape is continuously changing, right? First we started with AI models. When we were learning AI models, we came up with Gen AI. After Gen AI, we are already getting agents, right? So agents will remove all of the normal mundane jobs,
We
correct?
got your question. So Professor Dey, please.
Yeah.
I don't have the answer. Okay. So
just I just want to answer how we are planning for the future, right? For the people to be ready for all these changes. Yeah.
So first of all, you could have asked this question, Professor Agarwal. Anyway, since you asked it, I will try my best. So connections with Dr. Bajpayee, what you said. First, connect with the human being, then AI comes later.
This is Indian Institute of Technology. So whatever technology is happening in the world, we are doing here. Who will top and who will not top is a different ball game. But don't bother about AI. AI तो चलेगा, या आदमी बचेगा कि नहीं उसका पता नहीं है. तो अपने बच्चे को बोलिएगा चैट जीपीटी कम इस्तेमाल करें, क्योंकि एक चीज डेटा बिल्कुल क्लियर है. द मोर पीपल आर यूजिंग एलएलएम थिंग्स, उनका ब्रेन का कॉग्निटिव कैपेसिटी कम होता जा रहा है. सो डेवलप दैट. लेट्स बॉदर अबाउट आवर किड्स यूजिंग देयर ब्रेन एंड क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग एंड द एबिलिटी टू क्वेश्चन एंड मोर देन यूजिंग मशीन. मशीन तो आ ही जाएगा.
We'll take one more question. Last question if someone has.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes,
sir,
where are you?
I just want to ask कि जैसे मैथ्स जो है आपकी नॉन वेज और वेज दोनों मिक्स है, बट जो बच्चे प्योर वेजिटेरियन हैं तो उनकी जो भावनाएं हैं वो हर्ट होती हैं बिकॉज ऑफ दैट बचपन से उन्होंने तो कभी एग भी नहीं देखा. एंड बोथ आर ईटिंग टुगेदर ऑल्सो एंड बोथ आर सर्विंग वन प्लेस and cooking also on one place. So what about the feelings of the children and all about that? So what is the procedure?
एक स्पेसिफिक जवाब मिले उसके पहले मैं एक छोटा सा प्रश्न आपसे कर रहा हूँ. आपका बेटा है कि बेटी?
बेटा है सर.
क्या पढ़ने आया है?
इंजीनियरिंग.
अरे ब्रांच
केमिकल इंजीनियरिंग. केमिकल इंजीनियरिंग.
90% चांसेस हैं कि वो भाग जाएगा हिंदुस्तान से.
नहीं सर, वो भागेगा नहीं, ये मुझे पता है.
मैं एक मिनट, मैं किस परिप्रेक्ष्य में कह रहा हूँ वो समझिए आप मेरी बात. जब हवाई जहाज में बैठेगा बाहर जाने के लिए किसी भी इंटरनेशनल फ्लाइट में, तो आप एट बेस्ट वहाँ पे हिंदू मील लिख सकते हैं. यही लिखते हैं ना? एशियन, हाँ एशियन में तो नॉनवेज आ जाता है, वो जैन मील लिखनी पड़ती है. तो आपको जैन मील मिलती है, वो वेजिटेरियन होती है. लेकिन वो आ कहाँ से रही है?
सर दैट्स व्हाट, मतलब मेरे यहाँ से तो ये प्रॉब्लम है कि जहाँ
बिल्कुल सही है. तो मेरा सिर्फ जो मैं समझाना चाह रहा हूँ आपको कि जब दुनिया में बच्चे बढ़ेंगे तो उनको 1000 जगह ऐसी चीज़ें होंगी जो उनकी भावनाओं को हर्ट करेंगी.
यस सर.
तो लाइफ इज़ अबाउट सर्वाइविंग. ठीक है. तो ये बच्चे अपने आप जब मेस में जाएंगे ना तो ये वेजिटेरियन अपना ग्रुप बना लेंगे, वो टेबल के दूसरे कोने पर खा लेंगे. मैं तो बेंगलोर में रहता था 8 साल, तो वहाँ मेस में लड़ाई होती थी कि मेरी सांभर को दाल क्यों कह दिया और दाल को सांभर क्यों कह दिया. अरे लड़ रहे हैं, हिंदुस्तानियों को तो लड़ने का मौका चाहिए. उसने उससे कह दिया दाल पास कर दो, कह लो ये सांभर है. अरे उसने कहा सांभर है, सांभर ले लो. तो बच्चे एडजस्ट कर लेंगे. मेरी सलाह है कि हम लोग को एज एडल्ट्स बहुत ज़्यादा इस चीज़ में पढ़ना नहीं चाहिए, क्योंकि अदरवाइज अभी भावना उसकी भड़क नहीं रही है.
नहीं नहीं सर,
आप भड़का देंगे उसकी भावना.
नो सर, नहीं सर, एक्चुअली इट इज़ नॉट अ फीलिंग लाइक दैट कि मुझे साथ में बच्चे बैठ के खाएं, उसमें कोई इशू नहीं है. बट मेरा मानना ये है, जैसे प्योर वेजिटेरियन है, वी आर फ्रॉम जैन, तो जो हम प्योर वेजिटेरियन रहते हैं तो उनका ये रहता है कि जब एक साथ आपका खाना कुक हो रहा है तो आप कितना भी करते हो तो उसमें क्या होता है, यूटेंसिल्स हैं आपके जो भी हैं वो चीज़ें टच होती हैं.
Madam, so at IIT Kanpur, yes, we have many different communities and Jain is also there. What we try to do our best to cater each and every and protect their identity and so on. And till date, we didn't have any problem, but I remember there were some students who were very protective about it. And then if there are a lot of issues, because it's a hostel, it's a community, okay? Yes. And we invite people from all over India, and yes, India is diverse, you know. So one of the solutions we give to the students, that if they really cannot manage here, cannot protect their ideas, we have options of being a day scholar. So the student can stay outside and do things. But inside the campus, as long as the student is staying in a hostel, we try our best. So if you have any specific solution or any specific requirement, or your son has a specific requirement, I request you to send an email to the warden in charge. The numbers or email addresses I shared, and we'll try our best to take care of that
Sir,
part.
Actually, मेरा just एक ही suggestion था कि जैसे हमारे यहाँ 15 हॉल हैं, अगर उनमें से एक भी प्योर वेजिटेरियन मैस रहे,
we cannot, that is, I mean, I cannot say that, I am no one to take the decision, but that's a complete policy decision. And
yes,
as of now,
I agree with
that is not in the picture. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Excuse me.
Yes.
So just one small question. How much does this as branch matters? Because everyone is running just for the CSE and all. So it all depends according to rank. जो मिला accept करना पड़ता है.
If you ask me, nothing. As a student, as a teacher, as a professor.
सर एक CSE स्टूडेंट में और एक जो नीचे वाली ब्रांच है उस स्टूडेंट में बहुत डिफरेंस होता है कि आई एम हियर विद CSE and I am here with the BS in physics and science.
So there are many ways you can look at it, but I would like, because this is a big debate, we don't want to go into that. I can tell you on myself. Professor Ashok Dey, he studied aerospace engineering at IIT Kanpur. I studied art sciences at IIT Kanpur. Not at Jadavpur University. Professor Pratik Sen studied
it's
chemistry
about the
at
rare
ISCS.
cases.
We all are professors. We get same salary. We stay in a same house. Okay, we get the same facility and everything. So it's up to you. It really doesn't make any change. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
If I try to add one more point. Again, all these branches concept, how you perceive, I don't know. But probably you are perceiving the package. So then again, you have to understand, see, everybody is aiming for computer science and all this. Fair enough. I mean, aim can be there. Now, sometimes retrospectively, one has to sit back and think, am I capable of doing that also? That is something we are actually forgetting. I am also a parent, we are forgetting. Whether my kid is capable of doing computer science, to do that, somebody has to be extremely well versed in mathematics, hardcore mathematics. Are our kids are absolutely capable of doing that? If that is happening, our statistics shows first semester, 30% student flunk math courses. Why? Basic maths, which they have done in 10+2, that probability, same algebra, they are flunking here. Why? See, we have to also sometimes think about it. Now, again, personal example, not to do that. Even somebody doing chemical engineering, mechanical engineering, whatever, if the kid is willing, they can really learn. So take my personal example, I have been trained in hardcore mechanical engineering. I'm a theoretician that do computer science, I do, probably the computer scientists don't do that. That kind of computation I do. So this is what the difference is.
And also, see, one has to be good in what they are doing, क्योंकि Nobel Prize तो chemistry में भी मिलता है. अब आप कहें literature रविन्द्रनाथ टैगोर कंप्यूटर वाले से अच्छे हैं कि नहीं, कि मैराडोना सचिन तेंदुलकर है कि नहीं, कि जो हाथी जो है वो खरगोश है कि नहीं, सो हाथी को अच्छा हाथी होने दीजिए बस, और खरगोश को खरगोश होने दीजिए. तो अगर सबको आप अर्थवम बनाओगे तो ठीक है. Let them be good what they are doing. That's it.
So with this, we are ending this session. It was very wonderful to see you all and meet you. Thank you very much. We have some little snacks and tea and other things. I request you to enjoy and make friends. Thank you very much. And if you're planning to continue staying here, please vacate the hall by 8 in the evening. Okay? Thank you very much and Jai Hind.